peeling off its near sideline. The offense to return to the field. With 3 timeouts left, the Patriots still have a chance to get the ball back.
First of all,
contact between May and Hunter Henry.
Defender
they got entangled a little bit.
Henry ran him over. You're not getting a call there.
Not a bad play by the veteran to try to get that call, but
more problems than that.
Oh, there's a lot of problems.
This is the worst.
And the Dolphins with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Again, the Patriots can get the ball back if they can get a stop here and use the timeouts. Mostert muscles his way through the middle, and he picks up 4+ yards. Time taken, 47 seconds to go.
All right, timeout, New England, they're first. This will be a 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 50 seconds, 5-0.
I don't understand. You got the most explosive receiver who got you down there on the bend in, on the 2 catches he had versus cover 2, is on the sideline on a must-have-it play. You do these at the end of practice, right? Hey, guys, we're going to do this. We see it all through camp. Must have it. Defense is going to win. Who's going to win offense? And number 3 is not on the field.
2nd down and 5 for Miami. 50 seconds to go. I formation. Ingold shifts to the left. Handoff to that side to Mostert. Tried to turn it back to the right. He spun around on the play. Tackled by Keon White. Brought down just past the line of scrimmage. Timeout. 45 seconds left.
New England.
It's past 10 seconds for station identification on the Safety Insurance 98.5. The Sports Hub Patriots Radio Network.
The home of the Bruins, Patriots, Rams, and Celtics. Boston's home for sports is 95. The Sports Hub. Easily Media Group Station.
Well, the clock shows 46 seconds. One would have to think that more time came off the clock than around that handoff, but the Patriots do have 1 timeout left, with a 3rd and 4 coming up for Miami.
Stunning.
Huntley out of the pistol with Mostert. 2 receivers stacked, right, 1 left. Snap to Huntley, hand off to Mostert, a run to the right. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Patriots bring him down as he fought for a couple of yards with the second effort. Time taken with 40 seconds to go. It's the final timeout for the Patriots.
Hard to believe this game is over 3 hours.
So the time taken with a reset of the clock to 41 seconds. Well, you put your best unit back on the field today. Patriots punt unit, punt return unit, blocked a punt by Jake Bailey. Brendan Schooler got to him. Marcus Jones won a game against the Jets as a rookie, breaking a 3-3 tie. Jake Bailey, the former Patriot, will punt it here. Remember, the long snapper, Ferguson, also had a bad snap on a field goal attempt. So Bailey inches forward to stand on the far hash mark at the 11 in the shadows of Gillette Stadium. Fields the snap under some duress, gets off the punt. It's a high kick hanging for Jones between hash marks. He takes it, spins away from the defender, stumbles with it across the 30, running right to the 35, out of the ankle tackle, along the near side and forced out of bounds at the 44-yard line with 29 seconds left. But a good effort by Marcus Jones after the 45-yard punt by Bailey.
17-yard return.
At least gives the Patriots, after that 17-yard return, an opportunity from close to midfield for a prayer.
Oh, we're putting Pop in. Interesting.
Second down. Rather, it was a second down play to Pope, who we thought was a touchdown. And then Brissett had to throw it away on 3rd down before the incomplete heave to the end zone on 4th down when the Patriots had the ball at the Miami 12, backed up to the 17 eventually with a penalty. Now 29 seconds to go. Brissett takes the snap. He drops back. He's pressured by Ogba. He moves up. He's in trouble. Brissett can't take the sack here. He rolls right. He throws down good. And the pass is caught by Moody. Comes back to make the catch at the 35. Patriots have to hurry to the line with 19 seconds and 18 seconds and 16 seconds and 15 seconds. 14 and 13. They're lined up. Brissett takes the snap and he clocks it with 12. So Kayshon Boutte has come back to the quarterback's aid a couple of times today and made his second catch there to at least give the Patriots a puncher's chance. Now from a 36 of Miami with 12 seconds to go. Brissett kept the play alive. A 21-yard completion.
It's a hell of a play by Brissett to give you a puncher's chance here. I mean, Jacobs gets beaten like a steel drum.
And a good grab by Booty on a throw slightly behind him. And now the Patriots to use Douglas, Booty, and Henry to the left. Polk to the right. Gibson in the backfield with Brissett. 12 seconds left. From Miami's 36. Short motion by Douglas from the left. The snap is back to Brissett. Dropping back, looking to throw.
Okay.
He steps to his right. He sets up. He fires down the middle for Henry. Makes the catch at the 10. They've got to hold him down. There's only 3 seconds and 2 seconds left. And they're not going to have enough time to get another snap off. That's the game. Miami will win it by the 15-10 final.
This is the worst loss since Tom Brady left the Patriots. And there have been some bad ones. This team, inexcusable to lose to this team at home, 1 o'clock on a Sunday. You get a quarterback off the street to come in here and beat you. Couldn't stop the run. Your penalties, your slop.
We'll step aside.
And you can't move the ball. You're never going to win.
Raider Nation, JT the Brick here. Pizza Hut's original stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. This OG is topped and stuffed with almost 1 pound of cheese. It's the crust that's been converting crust deniers into crust lovers for over 2 decades. At just $13.99, our large original stuffed is topped with your favorite one topping served with hot, delicious melted cheese on top and inside the crust. Now at all Las Vegas Pizza Hut locations, availability charges and minimums vary. Pizza Hut is a proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders fans, Terrible's Game Day giveaway is back and bigger than ever. Shop at your local Terrible's and make a purchase of $10 or more. Earn 10 entries when you make a Coors Light or Coca-Cola purchase. Scan your Terrible's app rewards code and earn entries for every game throughout the season. Score a $1,000 Raiders shopping spree. Hotel accommodations from Coca-Cola and a Coors Light Silver Seat experience. Every day is game day, exclusively at Terrible's. Visit Terrible's.com for details.
Raider Nation. Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Las Vegas Raiders to offer you free wings this football season with a promotion called Sacks for Wings. Anytime the Raiders get 2 or more sacks, you win 6 free wings with a $10 minimum spend. Sacks for Wings is valid the following 3 days after each qualifying game at all 10 Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout the greater Las Vegas metro area. Enjoy award-winning wings and every football game all season long at Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud sponsor of the Raiders.
Curly Top Baker Gourmet Cookies was founded in 2018 with a desire to feed the homeless community one cookie at a time. Curly Top Baker is a 100% woman and minority-owned and operated small business located in Henderson, Nevada. Curly Top Baker offers local delivery, pickup, and ships nationwide. Curly Top Baker prides itself in providing a high-quality, made-from-scratch, gooey, melts-in-your-mouth cookie. Plus, a portion of all sales goes back to feeding others in need. A cookie truly everybody will remember. Visit our website at curlytopbaker.com or by calling 702-842-1022.
You could not have asked for a more electric start here in the Mile High City. Raiders 7, Broncos nothing on a 4-play drive. Takes 2 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock, and the scoring drive brought to you by Sports Water. Hydrate with a superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Show your Raider Nation pride. Get your Raiders Sports Water today. Available at your favorite retailers. Broncos, Raiders and Gardner Minshew picked up a 3rd and 8 on an 11-yard scramble, and then he had men in his face and fired down the field a 50-50 ball that Brock Bowers out-jumped P.J. Locke and then ran 35 yards to the end zone. Carlson has it teed up left to right. It's a line drive kick, angling towards the near sideline. It's caught by Tremont Smith at the goal line, and he's coming out. Smith at the 15, 20, and he slips at the 23, right into the arms of the Raiders special teams. Link, that'll bring out Bo Nix, the 12th overall pick in this year's draft. 61 career college starts at Auburn and Oregon. And at college last year, Link, you did a bunch of his games on Pac-12 Network. NCAA record 77 completion percentage, 4,500 yards. Oregon record 45 passing touchdowns. But this year, 60% completion, 1 touchdown, 4 picks.
The transition isn't always as simple as just going from college to pros. We'll talk about that throughout the game, but I'm glad he's struggling.
He's in the shotgun with Javonte Williams to his right. He's throwing on first down. Quick throw near side to his fullback. Burton makes the grab. 5 yards on the near sideline, hit by Trayvon Merrick right there to make the stop in the secondary with Jacorian Bennett. Isaiah Polamalu, Jack Jones, who did not play the first quarter last week, is starting today. And Nate Hobbs, Robert Spillane, who's been playing at a Pro Bowl level linebackers start along with Tommy Eichenberg, this 5th-round pick out of Ohio State, getting his first career start with the injuries to Diablo and Luke Masterson. And then link Tyree Wilson, Adam Butler, Christian Wilkins, and Max Crosby. Wilson and Butler both played very well last week. It's a handoff up the middle to Javonte Williams. He's brought down at the 34-yard line. Christian Wilkins in on the stop. It'll be 3rd and about 1 here for the Broncos.
That's going to be the big test. Can the Raiders defense stop the Broncos from running the ball, force them to be one-dimensional? Bo Nix will make mistakes back there, especially if you put pressure on them, but you've got to make them one-dimensional.
He's under center. Looked like he fumbled. He pulled the snap, and he tried to get to the left side, and he did not get the 35-yard line. He was under center on 3rd and 1 with a quick snap. Like it looked like he bobbled the ball, and it caused him a little extra time trying to get through the left guard, and he didn't get the 35. 4th down.
We'll see if Sean Payton is aggressive and says where to go after. It looks like you're going to go for it.
Now they spot it just shy of the 35. And again, the ball started at the 24. Excuse me, the ball is on the 25, so they need the 35. It is 4th down, and they are keeping the offense on the field. They bring in an extra offensive lineman.
Report is eligible, number 79.
Broncos brought in another offensive lineman.
That's Matt Pert, former New York Giant, who is now their backup tackle.
They're taking forever to get this off. They still got 10 seconds. They're in the huddle.
Yeah, they're still in the huddle. There's no way they're getting to the line here. They're pointing, and Sean Payton takes the timeout. All kinds of communication issues there. And so Denver's going to take a timeout, Link, here with 11:02 to go in the first quarter. Raiders up 7-0, and the Broncos facing a 4th and 1 and an early decision.
Well, I don't play too much in the analytics. I always go off of Phil. It's a big risk this early to take a chance like that.
Well, we'll see if he sends the offense back out there.
Yeah. I mean, just by letting it go to a timeout basis shows me that you weren't so big on what you were going to call.
Well, they are sending Bo Nix back out there.
Yeah,
though.
they are.
And Matt Pert, their extra offensive lineman. Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, Luke Wattenberg, Quinn Miners, and Alex Palczewski, their offensive line. They are...
Now, Antonio Pierce is yelling from the Raiders sideline, watch the football.
They are quickly out of the huddle. Link. Nix is under center. He's got Michael Burton as an I formation in front of Javonte Williams. They do snap it. They do hand it. Williams to the left side. 1st down. He's out across the 40, and Eichenberg makes the tackle at the 41-yard line along with Isaiah Polomau. They ran off left guard. Williams got through the hole and picked up 6 yards.
Well, John Jenkins did get a little bit of penetration, but it was an arm tackle. Him and Adam Butler could not bring down the back. They loaded up the offensive line and tried to do whatever they could to get Polomau and other block eaters free on the second level. Just couldn't make the tackle in time.
So the Broncos pick up the 1st down. They bring in Jaleel McLaughlin, the second-year pro out of Youngstown State, much smaller back, 5'7", 183. Tight formation for Nix. They toss it to the left, looking for McLaughlin, cuts it across the 40, runs into a wall of bodies at the 45, and he's brought down out at the 47-yard line. So McLaughlin picks up 5 yards, and they're approaching midfield here in a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, it's still too many yards when you're talking about the Raiders versus their run D. They've got to do a better job of solidifying and holding up that line of scrimmage. This is 5 yards a chunk. Any coach is going to have a field day calling those plays.
Well, they were better last week. Raiders only gave up 92 yards on the ground to Cleveland. But on the year, 137 is 24th in the league, 24 points allowed, 24th in the league. So it certainly has been a problem. Javonte Williams back in. Lucas Kroll, their backup tight end. There's Nix trying to bounce, getting it out to Williams, and he throws it to his right shoulder, incomplete. Nix was getting heavy pressure off the edge from Charles Snowden, Link, who had a great game last week, including the game-sealing sack, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, he was one that was able to win the game for the Raiders and bringing the blitz that time. Patrick Graham said he's going to put the pressure on Bo Nix, and very fortunate that he could not complete it because there was nobody out in Davis in the space.
And you saw the frustration, too, from Javonte Williams. He knew it.
Yeah.
So he's on the sideline here on the near side. They bring McLaughlin back in. 2 receivers to the left. One of them is McLaughlin. He's with Josh Reynolds, Broncos' newest receiver who came over from Detroit. Cortland Sutton, he's slot to the right. Empty set, shotgun Nix, tries to fire over the middle. It's batted down, almost picked off. Jack Jones read the route, jumped in front of Cortland Sutton right between the hash marks at the Raiders 47. And it'll be 4th and 5 for Denver.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I thought Jack Jones read it beautifully. Ran that route for Cortland Sutton, jumped it just at the right time. Surprise. Well, he got there just a tad bit early. They could have called something, but he didn't. And he should have picked this off.
Yeah, still waiting for that first pick this year. Had a couple last year. So Riley Dixon He's pinned 3 teams this year at the 1-yard line, boots the right foot. It's an end-over-end high punt. Bachman back, calls for the fair catch on the near sideline at the 10-yard line, and makes it there after a 43-yard punt and nothing on the return. Raiders will take over, up 7-0, 9:33 to go here in Denver in the first quarter. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by Allegiant Air. Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. By Cox and Cox Business, powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste, because you know all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Raiders football is brought to you by Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light. Coors Light. Choose chill. An official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. There's no better place to celebrate than the sports and entertainment capital of the world, right here in Las Vegas.
First quarter of Raiders football is presented by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Jason Horowitz, Lincoln Kennedy, happy to have you back with us. Raiders 7, Broncos nothing. Opening drive, a 57-yard touchdown pass to Brock Bowers. Raiders have 2 tight ends, both to the right of the line. Minshew is under center. Starting on their own 10, working left to right. Play action for Gardner, rolling out to his right. He dumps it short. It's caught by Bowers right at the 10, and he's trucked right there by Cody Barton, the free agent linebacker who had 10 tackles last week against the Jets. Goes for no gain.
Aggressive style defense the Broncos have played, and that's what I've been talking about all day so far. The Raiders are going to have to be extremely patient, especially with some of their play action. That time, Gardner Minshew was under duress, had to get rid of the football. Brock Bowers didn't pick up any yards, though.
3 for 3, Gardner Minshew, all the Brock Bowers, who has already been targeted in the first 6 minutes more than he had all of last week. 3 receivers out to the left. Minshew again under center. They sent Bowers in motion left to right. It's a run play to Madison trying to pick his way through the left side, and there's just nothing there. Dylan Parham had gotten pushed back like from the right side of the line and gets to the 11 before Zach Allen makes the stop. It'll be 3rd down and long for the Raiders.
Yeah, big number 93, DJ Jones, pushed Dylan Parham back in the backfield. And when you're running a zone game, Jason, you can't have penetration. Offensive line has got to control the line of scrimmage because that's the only way your back has a cutback lane.
And remember, Thayer Munford missing a 2nd straight game, so the rookie DJ Glaze at right tackle. The rookie 2nd rounder from Oregon, Jackson Powers Johnson, a 2nd straight start at left guard. Shotgun here for the Raiders. 4 on the play clock for Minshew. All 3 receivers to the right. Snap. 5-step drop. Pressure up the middle. Trying to escape. He pulls the ball down and he takes off. 15-20. He's got the first down with his legs again. Barton tripped him up at the 22-yard line just outside the hash marks. Now there is a flag from the secondary, but I think this is on Denver.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be defensive holding against the Broncos.
I'll get the call here from Craig Rolstad, but I think this is going to be a first down with Gardner's legs again.
Defense, number 40. It's a 5-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First down.
That is on Justin Sternod, the fifth-year pro out of Wake Forest, who last week really got his first career action because their career-leading tackler the last couple of years, Alex Singleton, is out for the season, and Gardner Link is playing really well here in the first quarter.
Well, Jason, they only rushed 4, but they brought a stunt that opened up the middle for Gardner Minshew, and he took what the defense gave him. Good job, good heads-up play by number 15.
Tight formation. Trey Tucker goes in motion. He gets a jet sweep out to the right. He has the 30, cuts inside, and he's hitting his shoulders by Riley Moss outside the numbers at the 33-yard line, but the jet sweep to Trey Tucker goes for 7 yards.
Stay ahead of the change. You have to stay positive. That's good for the Raiders. No matter how you want to do it, whether it's reverses or jet sweeps, get on the outside of this defense, take advantage of their aggressiveness. Use it against them.
Well, we talked last week about how do you get different players to get going in the running game. Gardner Minshew's picked up 2 third downs, Link, with 11-yard runs.
That's right.
2nd and 3, 7:10 to go, opening quarter. Raiders 7, Broncos nothing. Amir Abdullah checks into the backfield. He's behind John Samuel Shanker and an eye. Play action to Abdullah. Minshew, a deep drop, settles over the middle, fires, has Myers at the 50, streaking to the near side, and he's brought down by Surtain at the Broncos' 48-yard line. A beautiful throw on the rollout, goes for 18 and another first down.
Well, Riley Moss tackled Trey Tucker, so Jacoby Myers coming underneath the open on the deep dig route was good for Gardner Minshew, and he hit him well in stride. Big play. They need those big chunk plays.
By the way, you know I never feel fair for line judges to make spots. He got to the 46. I don't know how they marked him back at the 48. And again, guys trailing the play by 10 yards, but still. Abdullah stays in. Fresh set of downs on the Broncos side of the 50. Shotgun to Minshew. Hands it Abdullah. Picking his way through. Not a lot of room. And he's brought down by a couple of yards in the middle of the Broncos defense by a host of Denver defenders.
And this is what I was talking about early, Jason. This team has got to find its identity. Whether it's zone runs or man runs where it's individuals up front pushing people around, they got to find out what they're good at. They haven't established that yet because there's been too many interchangeable parts with this offensive line as well as calls.
Broncos have had nothing in terms of huge names in the front. But 10 different players have sacks this year, so a lot of different guys can do it. Raiders trying to hold them at bay here in the first. Under center for Minshew. Handoff through the middle. Madison, 45, keeps the legs driving, spinning forward, and he's down to the 40. Hard run by Madison. Picks up about 7 yards. And like those were the type of runs last week which led Antonio Pierce on Wednesday to say Alexander Madison has earned the right to carry the ball more.
That is man blocking. That is straight downhill. That is individual double teams at points. And, of course, Madison running behind his pads, and his big offensive line got pushed. Those are the type of big runs that will break a defense in the third and fourth quarter.
We have 5:15 to go in the first, and the Raiders already have 115 yards of offense. Ball resting on the Denver 40. It's 3rd and 2 for Minshew out of the gun. Gets the snap. Hands it off Madison. Picks his way. First down. Inside the 35-yard line. Ankle tackle by P.J. Locke on the right hash mark. But he gets 5 more. And the Raiders offense here in the quarter, by far the best they've looked this year.
What I'm starting to see is that if they open up things, not you have to go to 2 or 3 tight ends, open up things with multiple wide receivers and have one tight end there, it loosens up this defense, especially for the Broncos. They brought in their dime defense.
Remember, Denver comes into this game allowing 256 yards a game. Raiders have 121 here in the first. Up 7-0. 1st and 10 on the Denver 35-yard line. Madison to the right of Minshew. 3-step drop. Looks right. Dumps it to the flat. It's caught by Madison. Gives a shimmy. Has some space. 30. Madison 25. And he's dragged out of bounds from behind by Barton. They'll spot him at the 22 on the near sideline. But he shook the ankles of the defender and picked up 13.
Oh, he left Jonathan Cooper sitting in dust trying to get out there on the flat. Good job by Gardner giving Madison the ball early to allow him to turn and run upfield and not throw it late. Madison did the rest. Good job after the catch.
Very similar link to his 30-yard touchdown grab in L.A. week 1. He just didn't hop anybody. Brock Bowers tight to the formation on the left. John Samuel Shanker is the fullback right behind Minshew. 2 receivers tight to the right. It's a handoff to Madison. He dances off of the lineman, and he's still keeping going, but just nothing there. Madison ran into the back of 2 different offensive linemen, maybe a yard. He's got 5 carries for 13 yards. Madison 1 for 12 as well. And we are down to 3:30 to go in the opening quarter that has been owned so far here by Las Vegas.
And this is what I was talking about, controlling the clock, getting those first downs, allows your defense to save their energy for when they really need it.
Amir Abdullah checks in. Brock Bowers was in the backfield. Now he motions out to the right. On 2nd down and 9 from the Denver 22. Shotgun. No, they didn't get the shotgun. DJ Glaze got off first. First penalty of the day here against the Raiders.
And that is going into the louder part of this stadium.
Ball start. Offense. Number 71. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Yeah, it's the end zone to our right, Link. It's the open end where the corners aren't nearly as high as the rest of the stadium. Only 3 levels instead of 4. And you've got that monstrous video board, which is the biggest in the NFL, at least in the end zones, to the right.
And it is loud down there. Many a times been down there, it is loud.
Yeah, 5th largest stadium by capacity in the NFL. In Power Field here at Denver, at Mile High Stadium. So with the penalty, it's back to 2nd and 14, and Minshew's out of the gun. Abdullah stays in. Power split out wide right. Shotgun to Minshew. Looks left. Now right's caught by Abdullah. Had to go to his knees. Gets back up at the 30. And now it's closed down quickly. Broncos got out there. John Franklin Myers, the defensive end, picked up a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down. Maybe actually lost a yard length. 3rd down and 15.
Went back to the well, I think, too soon. The fact is they used that same play against Madison, who got a first down the time before, but this time they were ready for it. Jonathan Cooper did a good job getting out there, the Bronco defender, getting out there and shutting it down. I think they did lose a yard.
For whatever it's worth, Gardner Minshew has been perfect here in the quarter. Perfect QB rating, 6 of 6 for 90 yards and a touchdown. He's also run it twice for 22 yards. Both were first downs. This is 3rd and 15. You hear the crowd. They're into it now. Snap to Minshew. Looks right. Fires near sideline. Caught by Tucker. Well short of the marker, though. In front of Patrick Surtain at the 21-yard line. He caught it. He got out of bounds. So they're not going to get the first down. They did pick up 7 yards. It'll make it a more manageable field goal for Daniel Carlson.
Yeah, my only issue is that Gardner really didn't give it a chance. He got rid of that football so quickly on the quick out. You're not even looking for the first down. You're just conceding for the field goal.
So Carlson on the year, 7 of 9. And this field goal attempt presented by Smiths, fresh for everyone, officially will be a 40-yard field goal from the right hash to be out of the hold of A.J. Cole. Raiders trying to go up 10-0 here late in the first quarter. Line drive snap, put down by Cole. Carlson's kick is up, and it is straight through. 40-yard field goal for Carlson caps off a 13-play drive. And with 1:27 to go in the first, Raiders 10, Broncos nothing. Step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey, Silver and Black, get ready and gear up for game day just like your Las Vegas Raiders. Because no matter your game plan, Ford has the SUV to match. Call any play with the ability to choose between 3 different powertrain options, like the do-it-all gas-powered Bronco and Explorer, or the innovative all-electric Mustang Mach-E, and switch it up with a dual-thread Escape Hybrid. Ford SUVs, the only SUVs tough enough for Raider Nation. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Karma Automotive proudly serves as the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. As America's first and only ultra-luxury automaker, from our Cavea 1,000 horsepower Super Coupe to the Rivero, the extended range sedan, Karma blends supernatural innovation with American ingenuity. We are shaping the future of automotive aspiration. For assigned drivers only. Reserve your Karma at karmaautomotive.com.
Tim Case back inside the Silver and Black Studios with a scoreboard update brought to you by Modelo. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. It took overtime and a field goal, but the Ravens beat the Bengals in Cincinnati 41-38. Justin Tucker connects from 24 yards out with 3.5 minutes to go in the extra frame. 9 minutes to go first quarter in Santa Clara. The Cardinals lead the 49ers 7-3. No score in Los Angeles. Rams and Packers just underway in Seattle. It's the Seahawks and the Giants. Go back out now to Denver. Jason Lincoln, guys.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. Giants, part of that group in the NFL. Coming into Week 5, there were 23 of the 32 teams 2-2 on the season or worse. And both of these teams fit that category. Raiders 2-2, Broncos 2-2. Raiders, though, have looked awesome. And that scoring drive brought to you by Sports Water. Hydrate with a superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Show your Raider Nation pride. Get your Raider Sports Water today. Available at your favorite retailer. A 13-play, 68-yard drive, 8 minutes, 6 seconds off the clock. Daniel Carlson hit a 40-yard field goal to put the Raiders up 10-0. And Carlson has his trot. He boots a line drive left to right. It's angling towards the right. It's caught by Tremont Smith coming out at the 1. On the line, 20, 30. Hole opens up 35. And Harper saves the day at the 41-yard line. Thomas Harper, the rookie from Notre Dame, who the Raiders picked up at waivers, makes the stop on special teams. Tremont Smith, though, with a 40-yard return for the Broncos to try and get them going here late in the first.
Big return by the Broncos that time, and seeing if they're going to use that as a catalyst to jumpstart their offense. Bo Nix is coming out again. Let's see if we can keep him under wraps.
Nix on the opening drive was 1 of 3 for 5 yards. The Broncos converted a 4th and inches on their opening drive. It's a pistol formation, 2 tight ends in for the Broncos. High snap to Nix. He puts it down, gives it to Williams, and he's swung down by Crosby first and then thrown backwards by Wilkins. Crosby came off the edge around the left tackle, got him around the knees. It's a loss of 1.
The Broncos were trying to trap Crosby with the tight end on a little bit of a wham play. Max Crosby is just too quick coming off that horn. He is pointed, angled right at the right intersection point, got back to where the running back made the ball carry, and tackled him immediately. Good job by Crosby.
Broncos race to the line on 2nd and 11. Nix this time under center with McLaughlin as the setback. He sends the motion man who gets the carry around the left side. It's the run to Marvin Mims. Breaks the tackle. 40-45 across midfield. He's got a first down into Raiders territory. Nate Hobbs with the tackle here on the near sideline at the 44-yard line. But a first down carry of 16 yards to the dangerous Marvin Mims.
Yeah, dangerous as well. The thing is that they were able to get outflanked on the Raiders, get on the outside of the defense, and turn the corner. There weren't much people there, and the Broncos had some blockers.
And they made a couple of substitutions, but they were quick on the ball, and they're snapping again. Nix back to throw, looking right, being chased from behind, fires out to the far side. Open man at the 25 and a first down. Lil Jordan Humphrey stuck himself right in the 25 and got out of bounds. Now there is a flag down in the secondary after a 21-yard pickup if it stands. Everybody's walking back towards the line.
Illegal contact. Defense, number 18. That penalty's declined. The result of the play. It's first down.
It is on Jack Jones. And those are the type of throws that you became accustomed to seeing from Bo Nix in college, getting out of the pocket and delivering a strike on the run.
Extending the plays of his legs. I was so surprised that he was picked where he was by the Broncos. I thought we would win much higher, but he is capable of doing that and has played a lot of football, which is another key point for quarterbacks.
So 3 plays, and just like that, because of the great kick return, the Broncos are on the Raiders' 22-yard line. But that play brings us to the end of the first quarter, one that was owned by the Raiders, but the Broncos are on the move. It's Las Vegas 10, Denver nothing at the end of 1. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Rahan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law. As a lawyer, my job is to separate facts from fiction. Naqvi Injury Law doesn't charge its clients a single penny until we win and collect you a check. And our firm will never take more money than you. And since Nevada law says you may have to pay the other side's fees and costs in the event of a loss, it's all the more important to find an experienced lawyer with a no-win, no-fee guarantee. Call Naqvi at 702-INJURED.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's Jerry Robinson here. Want to take your Raiders pride, poise, and commitment to excellence to the next level? Then come aboard the official Raiders fan cruise presented by Seaside Events, partying on the deck of the Norwegian Bliss with legends like Henry Lawrence, Kenny King, Jeff Barnes, Mervyn Fernandez, and myself. Enjoying an exclusive beach party, stunning Mexican Riviera. Spaces are filling up quickly. Head to RaidersFanCruise.com now to get ready to create lifetime memories with your favorite Raider legends. See you on the cruise.
Raiders outgained the Broncos 138-59 in the opening quarter. Held the time of possession 10 minutes to 5. Brock Bowers, a first career touchdown, a 57-yard catch and run on a jump ball, and the Raiders lead 10-0, but the Broncos are driving as we start the second quarter. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 on the Raiders 22. They flip the field and work left to right. Nick's down to the shotgun with Williams to his left. Sends Mims in motion. Shotgun. Nix pump fakes. Rolls out to his right. Wilson giving chase from behind. And Nix just floats it into the sideline. And now a flag on the sideline. Couldn't tell late, but I wonder, Link, if Tyree Wilson hit him when he was out of bounds. No, that's not what they're pointing at.
It's an eligible man downfield.
That's right.
I was about to say, because the back judge, as well as the side judge, threw a flag too.
Yep. Two different flags on either side of the field.
Yeah. An eligible receiver downfield.
But we talked about this before the game. Tyree Wilson, maybe one of his best games as a Raider last week without Max Crosby. He's getting off the ball fast.
Two
he's
fouls
getting
on
the
the play,
backfield.
both on the offense. Ineligible man downfield, offense, number 77. That penalty's declined. Pass interference, offense, number 84, blocking downfield. That penalty's accepted, 10 yards. Replay first down.
That's Lil Jordan Humphrey, so it'll move back to the 32.
But to your point, for Tyree Wilson to have a little bit of a coming out party, that's huge for him because, look, the Raiders are thin at that defensive end spot. When you talk about Malcolm Kuntz being down, Tyree Wilson not living up to the expectations. So we've had some young men that have snowed up. You talked about Snowden. You talked about bringing in Janarius Robinson. All those other guys, along with Max Crosby, they need to have a definitive rotation for that defensive end spot.
So after the Broncos penalty, their second of the afternoon. It's 1st and 20 on the Raiders 32. Raiders show a blitz. They back out of it. Nick's back to throw. Crosby giving chase. He's trying to duck. He's trying to dive. And Crosby the sack. Back at the 46. He dropped him for 14. Nix was trying to do a tango with the Condor. You can't do that. He got a sack for a 10th straight game against Denver.
I'm noticing, Jason, very early, the Raiders are playing what we call combination coverages, where they're looking like they show one thing and then morph to another. Maybe that's to confuse Bo Nix, because there have been countless times where he has not known where to go with the football.
That defensive stop brought to you by Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. Welcome back, Max Crosby. Just joined a historic list. More on that in a second. 2nd and 33. Nick's now under center. Run play up the middle. Javonte Williams and Christian Wilkins holding on. They'll stop forward progress at the 42-yard line. There is another flag right at the line, and I think this is
should be a legal shift. Yeah, it should be a legal shift against the Broncos.
And if you're Antonio Pierce, I think you decline this.
Absolutely. It's 4th down.
Well, it's 3rd down.
Or 3rd down. Yeah, take the down.
3rd and 31.
Illegal shift. Offense. The wide receiver never got set. That penalty's declined. 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 31. And that list link that I talked about for Max Crosby, he now has a sack in 10 straight games against the Denver Broncos. He's the 4th player in NFL history with a sack in 10 straight games against one opponent, joining Leslie O'Neal against Seattle, Peter Boulware for the Ravens against Jacksonville, and Kevin Green with multiple teams, 10 games against Atlanta.
Oh, there's some names on that list right there. Kevin Green, most notably. He's a beast.
Well, now the Raiders have backed him up. Like, they have accepted it here. They changed decision because the ball now goes back to the 50. And I guess you think about it, because 3rd and 31, if the Broncos get 10 yards, they got an opportunity for Will Lutz for a field goal. But now the ball's back at the 50. They need more than that. So still 2nd down. It's 2nd and 38 right at midfield for Nix out of the shotgun. Back to throw. dumps the screen, caught by McLaughlin, cuts towards the middle and runs into his offensive lineman. He's trying to keep the pile going, but Robert Spillane stands him up at the 47, outside the numbers to the right. Caleb Chase on there too. And now Jason's getting into some words with Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Polamalu brings him up, gets him out of there.
That's exactly right. That's a smart move. A good veteran move by Polamalu to bring him out of there. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything that might get warrant giving him an automatic first down. And the defense has really got to play well, especially in the secondary. Because what I don't like about these ticky-tack fouls on defense, they give automatic first down, even though they can be a 5-yard penalty.
That's right. Can't have a personal foul.
Exactly.
3rd and 34. Broncos are on the Raiders' 46. 3 receivers to the left. Cortland Sutton out to the right. Shotgun to Nix. He's rolling out to the left. Got all kinds of space. He dumps it wide open. He's got Williams at the 40. Hops him in at the 35. And Spillane hits him in the shoulders on the far sideline at the 33. So he picks up 13 length. They dumped it down. But that's what we were just talking about. You give them all that space, and now they've got an opportunity at a 50-yard field goal.
Well, a 50-yard field goal is not a chip shot, but you're right. It was going to be really hard to keep them out, especially playing the soft zone like they did. And what a hit by Spillane. They played it over in the replay. Heard that up here.
So it'll be a 51-yard field goal try for the 9th-year veteran Will Lutz. Trying to get it to the uprights to the right. His long this year is 47. He's 10 of 11 on the year. Snap is there. Hold is there. Kick is there. It's got the distance, and it's good. So Lutz converts on a 51-yard field goal, and the Broncos are on the board. 12:23 to go in the second. Raiders 10, Denver 3. We'll step aside. You're listening to Raiders football.
This football season, your number one goal is winning. At ABM, our number one goal is keeping you safe through the touchdowns, celebrations, and more. While you cheer on the Las Vegas Raiders and make lasting memories with family and friends, ABM is continuing to do our part by providing elevated janitorial services in Allegiant Stadium. For more information about ABM, contact our team at abm.com.
Curly Top Baker Gourmet Cookies was founded in 2018 with a desire to feed the homeless community one cookie at a time. Curly Top Baker is a 100% woman and minority-owned and operated small business located in Henderson, Nevada. Curly Top Baker offers local delivery, pickup, and ships nationwide. Curly Top Baker prides itself in providing a high-quality, made-from-scratch, gooey, melts-in-your-mouth cookie. Plus, a portion of all sales goes back to feeding others in need. A cookie truly everybody will remember. Visit our website at curlytopbaker.com or by calling 702-842-1022.
Raider Nation, JT the Brick here. Pizza Hut's original stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. This OG is topped and stuffed with almost 1 pound of cheese. It's the crust that's been converting crust deniers into crust lovers for over 2 decades. At just $13.99, our large original stuffed is topped with your favorite one topping served with hot, delicious melted cheese on top and inside the crust. Now at all Las Vegas Pizza Hut locations, availability charges and minimums vary. Pizza Hut is a proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
At Bank of Nevada, we believe business banking is like football. It's about doing the little things right. Our local team of financial experts is here to coach you every step of the way to help you tackle your business goals. With our comprehensive range of tailored banking and financing services, we equip you with a winning game plan for your business. Bank of Nevada is proud to support the Las Vegas Raiders and proud to support your business growth and success. Discover the winning strategy by visiting bankofnevada.com. Bank of Nevada is a division of Western Alliance Bank. Member
Last week, the Raiders trailed the Browns 10-0 after 1. Cleveland owned the first quarter. Raiders had a little momentum heading to the second and then scored on the next drive. Today, the Raiders took a 10-0 lead, and the Broncos just scored to start the second quarter with a field goal, so it's 10-3 with 12:23 to go. The difference, though, Link, when the Raiders got back into it, they put together a lengthy drive. The Broncos almost backed into that field goal because they had all the penalties. They were facing 3rd and 34, and they picked up 15 yards.
Yeah, but they were able to pick up a couple plays here and there, so they got a little bit momentum started. The Raiders needed to answer with that by getting a couple first downs and move the football here.
High kick by Lutz. It comes down at the 10. On the move, Abdullah to the 30, and he's stuck right there by the Broncos. So a big tackle by J.L. Skinner, the backup safety. And so the Raiders will take over on the 30-yard line. Gardner Minshew, Link, hasn't missed a pass yet. He's 7 of 7 for 96 yards and a touchdown to Brock Bowers. And I think just as importantly, he's kept drives going with his legs to pick up a couple of third downs.
I think that's the big key that he's probably not known a lot for, is using his legs And inside RPOs, not plays that you're set to have him run, but he has been incredibly smart with it.
Abdullah stays in the game after the kick return. He's the lone setback. Minshew's under center. Two tight ends, both to the right. Brock Bowers split out wide right. Now they send him in motion to the left. Minshew with a handoff. Abdullah slips in the backfield, finds the hole. 35-40. Abdullah out to the right midfield. 40, 35, 30. And the Broncos catch up to him from behind outside the numbers at the 29-yard line. Amir Abdullah goes for 48 yards.
Jason, that was one of the zone plays where I was referring to, buying the offensive line and controlling the line of scrimmage. They did a beautiful job at blocking the front seven of the Broncos that time. Abdullah and Jacoby Myers had a great crackback block coming in there, which sprung them.
Officially 40 yards down at the 29, not 48, and he stays on the field. They didn't make any changes. Minshew gives it to him again through the right side, and this time there's no hole, as he got right up behind Dylan Parham, who fell forward. Justin Sternod came in to make the tackle right at the line. Amir Abdullah Link, he had 2 carries in the first 4 games for 1 yard. This is not a guy who, heck, for that matter, Link, he didn't have 40 rushing yards in the last 2 years in a game. Well, and he just picked that up on 1 carry.
That's talking about making the best of your opportunity when you have out there whenever you get the chance, and he did just that.
So Madison checks in. Second down and 10 for the Raiders on the Denver 29 right in front of us, heading to the end zone to the left. Minshew's out of the gun, gets the snap. Broncos bring forward, dumps it out to the right. Madison makes the grab, and he stops at the 25. Cuts inside 20, and he's got a first down. He's pushed from behind his offensive lineman. It looked like Jackson Powers Johnson. Nope, check that, Andre James, who came running down to give him the extra yard of a shove. And it picks up 11 on the pass to Madison.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, giving a little push to get that first down.
Yeah, that's your thing.
Absolutely, do what you can. But how about Madison? Nice move in the open space. Gardner Minshew saw the blitz coming in, gave it to him early, allowed him to make some cuts and yards after the catch.
By the way, that carry for Amir Abdullah, the longest of his career. His previous long was 36, 9 years ago against the Packers when he got drafted by the Lions. First and 10 in the red zone at the 18. The handoff up the middle. DJ Turner spinning through the 15, and he's down to the 14. He was in the backfield to the left of Minshew. Madison was to the right. They had a split set and a quick give to the guy on the left link, and he picked up 5 yards.
Well, there you go. There's some creativity.
Yeah.
You handed DJ Turner. You got Madison over next to you as well. A little bit of a change up. Got some yards. Good job. 5 yards.
Raiders again, just like last week, when you throw in the quarterback, 5 different Raiders have carried the football and 87 yards on the ground here in the half. Minshew out of the gun. Jacoby Myers out to the right. Quick throw to the left side. Bowers at the 15. Gets a block from Tucker inside the 10, and he's dragged down at the 5. Brought down by behind Jaquan McMillan at the 5. First and goal, Las Vegas on Bowers' 4th grab of the day.
Set bubble screen. Colton Miller got out there. Good blocking by the receivers. Saw Trey Tucker did a good block, and Bowers did his absolute best, getting to the outside as quickly as he could. More importantly, Jason, he held us to that football.
You asked who could be the go-to guys, and the answer has been everybody. They are finding everyone the football. 2 tight ends tight to the formation. First and goal at the 5. Madison the tailback. Bryant in motion to the right. Play action. Minshew keeps it. Rolls to the left. Lobs near side for Bowers. Picked off at the goal line. He overthrew him, and the Broncos have it at the 20. Racing down the sideline. It's Surtain at the 50. They're not going to catch him. Surtain at the 20. 10. It's a 100-yard pick 6 for Denver.
Flag back on the 34-yard line.
Oh, no. That, if hopefully holding. If not, that is a pick 6 for Patrick Surtain. Link, either way, it's going to be an interception in the end zone. The only question is if the return is going to count.
No doubt about it, but Gardner Minshew had no business throwing that football. Absolutely no business throwing that football. There was no one open, and he tried to make a play, tried to force it.
There's no foul on the play for holding. Touchdown.
Patrick Surtain's 8th career interception, and his first against the Raiders is a 100-yard pick 6.
It's a play action, and he overthrew.
He had Bowers open, Link.
Yeah, but he overthrew him. Still should have never thrown that football. And he's got to be more careful not to get himself hurt. He took a hit on that last play, too.
So Gardner Minshew's first incompletion of the day goes 100 yards the other direction. And the only thing you can't do is do what just happened.
That's exactly right.
Lutz on for the extra point. It is up. It sneaks through the left upright. And we are tied at 10. 8:43 to go. What felt like it was about to be a two-score game again. Bad throw by Minshew. And Surtain takes advantage. We'll step aside. 10-10 game. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network. Hey
Raiders fans, Jason Horowitz again reminding you that halftime is a great time to learn more about Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat from the same team that created Buffalo. Come to slot games where you can pick your team, play your team, and put a whole new spin on just win, baby. Check out the Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Raiders. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24, ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats ticket. Must be legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
That's Surtain's second career interception for a touchdown has tied this game at 10. Raiders 10, Broncos 10, 8:43 to go in the second quarter. Raiders were on the move. Amir Abdullah with a career-long 40-yard run. They kept it going. Brock Bowers took it to the 5, but on a rollout for Minshew, it was a beautiful play fake. But he just overthrew his tight end who was at the 2-yard line, and the rest is now history. So, Link, in Baltimore 3 weeks ago, it was a bad interception that he threw against the Ravens, and it was Max Crosby who pulled them aside, and the second half was a totally different story. They are going to need Gardner Minshew to bounce back in a major way after that play.
No doubt, but he's also learned from his mistake. The fact is you have to have a short memory about what you just did. You turned over pick 6. Coming back, you've been able to move the ball against this Bronco defense. Stay within yourselves. Don't try to do too much. As I said before, in my opinion, he had no business throwing that pass.
Yep. So a totally different life in this stadium. The Raiders had dominated this football game. Not the case anymore. Lutz boots this all the way through the end zone to our right, and they'll come out to the 30-yard line. So, Link, tell me what's going on in a huddle right now. You're up 10-0. You've given up 10 straight points. You look like you were going to go up by 2 scores, and it goes the other direction. What's happening in that huddle right now with this group?
It's part of having that short memory. You go back to that last series, and prior to the interception, you were able to move the ball against this Bronco defense.
That's right.
And that's what you want to take the success off of. You want to capitalize off of that, keep trying to do that, to put yourself in a position to maybe get another score.
They have certainly done that. Addison's in the game and the shotgun to the left with Minshew. 3 receivers to the right. Quick motion for Tucker. Quick throw out to the right. Jacoby Myers trying to pick up a block, but nothing there. A helmet goes flying. Riley Moss was the one who made the tackle. They pick up one. It was Brock Bowers' linked helmet that went flying. It's all the way back at the 13-yard line.
Yeah,
and there's pieces of it and all kinds of stuff back there. He's going to have to come out of the game. He doesn't have a helmet.
No. They got to get his stuff fixed real quick.
Good thing we got a great equipment staff over there. They'll work on that. DJ Turner in as the third receiver. He slot to the left. Minshew sends Bryant in motion. Hand off to Madison, trying to pick his way through the right. He's spun around, and he's brought down right at the line. Again, the Broncos' defensive front has been strong. And it'll be 3rd down and long for the Raiders, 3rd and 8.
Yeah, they've been strong against the run all year so far. They are stingy, especially those defensive tackles. And if this is you're the Raiders, this is what you don't want to be in. You're behind the sticks with a 3rd down long situation. Percentage is not high. for third down and for 6 and plus.
To your point, Link, the Raiders have outgained the Broncos 204 to 63. But we're tied.
Yes.
7.5 to go. Shotgun for Minshew. 3 receivers left. Shotgun. Back to throw. Pressure off the edge. He's drilled as he throws. Deep down the field. Looking for Tucker. It's over his head at the 30. Solid coverage by McMillan, but there is a flag back down at the 46 of Las Vegas. It was thrown as Tucker looked like he was trying to get separation down the left side.
Now Gardner took a shot.
Yeah, that's right. There's another flag back where the quarterback got hit.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 on each team. Holding, offense, number 74. Holding, defense, number 21. Those penalties offset. Replay, third down.
So Colton Miller on the Raiders, Riley Moss on the Broncos. We'll do 3rd down and 8 again.
Yeah, we'll see if they decide to bring a blitz this time. Vance Joseph in these situations likes to bring a blitz and play that tight coverage.
On the positive, that extra play allowed the Raiders to fix Brock Bowers' helmet. He is back on the field for 3rd down. Has 4 catches for 69 yards. He's in the slot to the right with Trey Tucker outside his right shoulder. Raiders need to get to the 40. There's the snap to Minshew. Broncos bring a blitz. Pocket holds. He steps up. He floats. It's bobbled. It's dropped. Myers was hit as he tried to catch it. P.J. Locke on the coverage at the 42. And the Raiders are going to have to punt for the first time today.
Well, a good solid protection. The line held up. Gardner Minshew was able to survey the field. It's just Jacoby Myers. The ball went right through his hands a little bit as he was trying to pull it in.
Yeah, he had to jump. It was around his face mask. Floated it a little bit out to the right. So A.J. Cole, who leads the NFL at 52 yards of boot, is on to punt it away to Marvin Mims, who last year was an all-pro as a returner in his rookie season. Cole has it. He's hit towards the end. He falls over, no flag, and he boots that way inside the 10, and he drops it out of bounds at the Broncos' 8-yard line. A 60-yard punt and nothing on the return as Cole just boomed another one. He has been awesome, and he did it again. Broncos ball, we're tied at 10, 7:05 to go in the second. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Experience world-class gaming at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Must be 21 and over to enter. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. Sports Water, the official water of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Karma Automotive, the official luxury EV vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Kaloa Rum Company. Taste the spirit of aloha. Kaloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Drink responsibly.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP.
You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more reps, 2 more.
you deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
How powerful is Cox Fiber? Powerful enough to stream all my live sports actually live? Yep.
Powerful enough to share my screen more smoothly?
You got it.
Powerful enough to keep my games online and my squad on top?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
Introducing Cox Fiber, from the company with the fastest download speeds 9 years in a row. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Limited availability in select areas. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply. Analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence in Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix. Fixed median download speed Q2 2016 to Q1 2024.
Where does a journey to wellness begin? Do you start looking for diet ideas? Or searching for exercise plans? Actually, you don't have to look far. Just look to the first 2 letters of the word wellness. We means you don't have to figure it out yourself. It means your hopes and challenges are a perfect match for our knowledge and resources. It means anything you want to achieve, together, we can achieve better. Because wellness begins with we. Intermountain Health, the power of we.
Back here on a beautiful day in Denver, Raiders 10, Broncos 10. Las Vegas jumped out to a 10-0 start. Broncos have just 63 yards of offense, but their touchdown is a 100-yard pick six by Pat Surtain, the Pro Bowl corner for the Broncos, who picked off a pass on an overthrow to Brock Bowers. After the punt by A.J. Cole, Denver starts on its own 7. Matt Pert, an extra lineman, goes in motion left to right. Now he settles. Nix under center, handoff Williams, has across the 10, and he's dragged down from behind out at the 13-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football. Trayvon Merrick made the tackle. Javonte Williams trots off to the near sideline for Denver. Bring in Jaleel McLaughlin as the other back. The Broncos are still in the huddle. They break it with 14 on the play clock. Nick so far in this game, 4 of 6 for 43 yards. He's also been sacked by Max Crosby. 3 receivers to the right. They snap it to Nix. 3-step drop, looks left, and it's batted in his face. Trayvon Merrick came flying in off the corner, and he got both hands up there to knock it to the turf.
The same free safety blitz that he came on the play before for the run stop. Almost made the play in the backfield, but this time he comes screaming off the corner and has a heads-up mind to get his hands up, knock that ball down. Bo Nix was trying to get rid of the ball on a quick pass out to the flat.
Broncos so far today 0 of 3 on third down. This is 3rd and 4 just inside their own 13, and now a flag flies. 2 flags fly. Raiders were trying to get an extra man off the field.
Yeah, it's going to be a legal substitution for the Raiders on defense.
Now the Raiders are trying to say that the Broncos made a late substitution too, though.
There's no foul on Las Vegas as Denver substituted as well.
Good call, Jason.
And we must give the defense time to substitute.
You know, sometimes arm signals are always fun. When Adam Butler puts both arms out like he's trying to fly, that's the universal signal now for substitution. So it is 3rd and 4. Adam Troutman, tight end, goes closer to the line. Now the Broncos send Josh Reynolds out to the right. Nix is out of the gun. Raiders with 5 across the line. Crosby's walking towards, and he's talking towards somebody with Denver. Now he's backing up out of there. 4 on the play clock. Shotgun to Nix. Raiders come with 4. He throws it out to the left. It's caught at the 10. They need to make a tackle. Williams spinning, and he's not going to get there. Jacorian Bennett made the initial hit, and he slowed him up enough for Robert Spillane to finish off just inside the left sideline, and the Raiders get a 3 and out.
Bo Nix changed up the play at the line of scrimmage, had an audible, wanted to go to a hook route. The Raiders did a good job at taking it away, and Jacorian Bennett played that little flare route very well for the cover 2 defense.
Like he had to make the stop, but he did. He has played very well, and this is 2nd season out of Maryland. Riley Dixon boots it with a right leg, a spiral towards the near sideline. Amir Abdullah points to it, and it's well into the Broncos bench, all the way back to the seats. And we'll see where they spot it. The official on the near sideline is still running up the sideline. He hasn't stopped yet, and now he does at the 47-yard line. So a punt of just 38 yards, and the Raiders are going to have it right near midfield when we return. 5:36 to go in the half. Raiders 10, Broncos 10. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable non-stop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Non-stop flights from Las Vegas to Phoenix Mesa, Arizona. One way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 11/9/2024 for travel between 12/21/2024 and 4/5/2025. Seats and dates and limited restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Hey, Silver and Black, get ready and gear up for game day just like your Las Vegas Raiders. Because no matter your game plan, Ford has the SUV to match. Call any play with the ability to choose between 3 different powertrain options, like the do-it-all gas-powered Bronco and Explorer, or the innovative all-electric Mustang Mach-E, and switch it up with a dual-thread Escape Hybrid. Ford SUVs, the only SUVs tough enough for Raider Nation. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Taste the authentic flavors of Hawaii with Kuloa Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's rich and smooth. With every sip, you'll discover the spirit of aloha. It isn't just rum, it's Kuloa Rum. Award-winning, distinctly different, and uniquely Hawaiian. Kuloa Rum, the official ultra premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Must be at least 21. Please drink responsibly.
Tim Cates inside the Silver and Black Studios with a scoreboard update powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. 9 minutes to go, first half in Santa Clara. 49ers and Cardinals all tied up at 10 apiece. Brock Purdy, a 4-yard touchdown pass to George Kittle. Kyler Murray's got a 50-yard touchdown run. In Los Angeles, 11 minutes to go, first half. Packers lead the Rams 7-0. Josh Jacobs, a 2-yard touchdown run there. They got 9 minutes to go, first half in Seattle. Seahawks and Giants all tied at 7. Let's go back out now to Jason Lincoln, guys.
All right, Tim, the big scoreboard here to our right was just playing a game of Pong between the east and west side of the stadium. And then it went so fast it felt like I was having a seizure. Didn't go very well, and I didn't hear very many people yelling, so clearly they need to get rid of that one. I know they're trying to honor the folks from the 70s and the Orange Crush and all that, but Pong was fun in the 70s. Can you play Madden up there or something? Officially, after the spotting, they moved it up to midfield, so the Raiders are at the 50 in a 10-10 game. Minshew's under center. It's a play fake. He's back to throw. He steps up into the pocket. Lobs near sideline. Oh, he had Bowers, and he overthrew him at the near 30. He had gotten a couple of steps on P.J. Locke, and Link Minshew just didn't put enough air under the football.
That's exactly right. Nice little wheel route off of the play action. They did a good job at serving it up to the Broncos. And as you mentioned, Bowers had a step on him. He just has to connect with it.
Link, if he throws that into his shoulder or puts it on him, that's going to be his second 50-yard touchdown of the day.
No doubt.
So Minshew had started 9 of 9. He has missed 3 of his last 4 passes, including a pick 6. Straight Tucker motions left to right. Shotgun to Minshew, puts it into the belly of Madison. Waits, patient, and he falls forward out across the 45. Down to they'll spot him right there at the 45. So Madison picks up 5, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders at the Broncos 45.
I like the run. I do. I like the run. It's a hard-nosed run straight downhill. You get into the line of scrimmage quickly. The offensive line did a good job picking it up. I like it.
And Link off the 152 rushing yards last week against Cleveland. Raiders today have 93 in the first half. Remember, they had 153 total the first 3 games. Need to get a 3rd down and 5 on the Denver 45. Play clock is down to 5. Minshew's under center. Sends Bowers in motion. They do run it to Madison. He's got the 43, but he's pushed back. Dondre Tillman drove him back at the 42-yard line. So you wonder on that play call, Link, if they were thinking 4-down territory no matter what.
That's the only reason I think that you would call that. This is 4-down territory. You want to go for it. I'm just a little curious.
They're not. They're going to punt it.
They're punting. Wow.
I wonder if they thought they could get 4 or 5, get close, because they are still a full 2 yards shy.
Well, maybe you'll catch the Broncos by surprise by running that football, but you've had your fair share of struggles running football.
Antonio Pierce has told us a lot. He knows he's got an unbelievable punter. He is a weapon. He boomed a 60-yarder that pinned the Broncos back on the 8 on his last punt. He's going to try and down him inside the 10 again. He angles a punt. He puts it end over end down to the far sideline. It bounces at the 9. It checks up high, and the Raiders down it at the 3. Cole does it again, and he races down to the end zone to celebrate with his teammates. He boomed it 39 yards, and Denver will be backed up again.
Well, the Raiders still have 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, so we'll see how they do on this series right here. But having them backed up allows you to put the pressure on the Broncos offense.
We'll keep it right here. TV has taken a timeout, but we will keep it right here. Raiders and Broncos 10-10. Link, it does feel like this is an important drive for the defense because, again, the score is all that matters, and we're tied. But the Raiders have played so much better than Denver, albeit one play.
Yeah.
But that play was this 100-yard pick 6.
And that's a big one that kind of did level the playing field, if you will. The fact is the Broncos are going to get the ball to start the second half.
Right.
So this is an important drive for the Raiders defense to have that success. Get the ball back in the hands of your offense.
What stood out so far for you today?
Well, you know what? Of course, making the big play on the 50-50 ball into Brock Bowers was a big momentum swing for the Raiders, and then they were able to capitalize on it. But the turnover, the miscue, and still not having the inconsistencies with the offense. We've only seen bright spots out of the offense today. The defense is still the main catalyst, as we know.
Yeah, they have held Denver to 71 yards. I mean, let's be honest about this. The Broncos' offense has been not good.
Right.
They played okay in Tampa Bay week 3. They beat the Buccaneers, and that was an impressive win. That surprised a lot of people. They won 26-7 after losing at home 13-6 to Pittsburgh. But Bo Nix has thrown 1 touchdown. It was last week to Cortland Sutton. He had 60 yards passing last week, and all of those linked were to Cortland Sutton.
And so far, Patrick Graham has done a good job at mixing it up and giving them different looks. I've seen combination coverages that have confused Bo Nix, and by having him pull down the football, the Raiders need a turnover. They need a big play for them before they go in half.
Well, and again, this is the important 3:58, right? Broncos, as you mentioned, will get the ball to start the second half. So the last thing that can happen is let the Denver offense go down the field, have some momentum, score, and then get the ball back. And again, remember, Raiders led this game 10-0.
Yeah, that's right.
Trying to win 9 in a row against Denver, but more than that, and it's fun, it's important to own your rivals, and we get all that, win the division, all that. But more than that, like, to be 3-2 for a team that, let's be honest, with 12 minutes to go in Baltimore, you're like, hey, we're going to be 0-2. And then with Carolina, but the opportunity to be 3-2 with these swings of momentum this season have really been drastic.
It's a season full of momentum swings where things are going to happen, good, bad, and different.
Yep.
But they're dealing with the injuries, dealing with the things off the field can work against you. You have to find a way to look past them.
So TV has come back from break. Broncos backed up on their own 3. Nix is standing 3 yards into his own end zone. With Javonte Williams over to his left, 1st and 10. Troy Franklin goes in motion. Nix is back to throw. He strolls out to the right. He's got his running back at the 5, and he leans his shoulder down into Jack Jones, and they'll mark him out across the 8. So 5 yards on the dump down out to his running back, and they get some room.
Really curious to the defense's coverage that last play, Jason, because initially the Broncos had them outflanked. The Raiders on the snap of the ball, Jack Jones backed up and got some depth. Still 5 yards to open up a series is not what I think of being productive defensively.
Bringing Matt Pert as an extra offensive lineman. Now 3 flags fly from the secondary here.
12 men on the field. Las Vegas. It's a 5-yard penalty, which results in a first down.
All right, so that's a problem. Now there's a communication issue because on the last drive for Denver Link, they threw those flags, but because Denver had substituted, Raiders thought they had a lot, but they weren't trying to get anybody off. They actually lined up with 12 men.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's where the penalties, even though the Broncos did substitute, got to make sure you have the right defense call. So they brought an extra lineman, and so they've got the big boys in.
Yeah, Nate Hobbs ran off the field, so he's the one who left. First down and 10 for Denver. A run up the middle. Javonte Williams brought down by Charles Snowden around the shoulders right at the line. Raiders did a nice job coming down the line. Christian Wilkins grabbed him from behind, Link around the waist. It'll be second down at about 10.
And that was a big play from Christian's defensive tackle spot coming down, making that tackle from behind.
He had a great game last week, too.
Yes, he did.
Again, no Max Crosby, by far his best game as a Raider. We're inside of 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Second down officially 9 for Denver. Today in the orange uniforms with those blue helmets from the 70s. Troy Franklin, the wideout, split out wide to the right. Nix is in the pistol. Williams behind him. Now he brings Williams right to his left hip. On the left. Flag flies, and I think this one's delay a game.
Should be.
Yep.
Delay a game. Offense, number 10. 5-yard penalty, second out.
Really curious to why Sean Payton didn't call a timeout. They have 2, and still have the 2-minute warning. Surprised he didn't know.
Well, if the Raiders can get, if the Broncos, and again, Antonio Pierce, we've seen this a lot here early in the season. If the Broncos complete a pass or run the ball here and the clock runs, we may see Antonio Pierce use one of his 3 timeouts north of the 2-minute warning.
He should. They brought in their extra linemen, but there are times where offenses like to go play action with the big boys up front. But if it is a run, yes, I would think that he uses that timeout. At least one.
Motion man is Reynolds. Nix, it's a play action. He tries to throw it out to the left. They've got some space. And blockers. Williams at the 20, 25, first down 30. Cuts inside. And Adam Butler tracks him down from behind at the 36-yard line. But the dump down out to the left goes for 26 yards to Javonte Williams.
Well, good call by Sean Payton that time. He called a screen. The Raiders had a blitz on, and everyone knows that a screen or a draw will really hurt a blitz. They got behind the defense, and if it wasn't for Adam Butler, he could still be running.
Yeah, Ben Powers threw a great block, the guard who used to play for Baltimore, to spring him. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. So, tie game, 10-10. Broncos have it on their own 36. See what the Raiders defense can do on the other side. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by Allegiant Air. Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. By Cox and Cox Business. Powered by Cox. Proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
You don't do anything halfway, and that should include your credit card. The Wonder Card from Credit One Bank is your play hard travel card. For traveling to Raiders games or anywhere else. The Credit One Bank Wonder Card. Serious rewards for serious fans. Visit creditonebanktravel.com. Terms apply.
Coming out of the 2-minute warning, Broncos set with a 1st and 10 on their own 36. Bo Nix today linked 7 of 10 for 77 yards. 6 of those completions have gone to his running backs. The only wide receiver to catch a ball today is little Jordan Humphrey for 21 yards.
Solid coverage down the field by the secondary. It's just those check down routes and the yards after the catch will continue to plague the Raiders defense. And you remember the Carolina game where that happened a lot. Yards after the catch.
Yep.
Picking on the middle of the field.
Now, the middle hasn't been the problem today.
Not today. We are dealing with a 100-yard pick six, the difference in the game.
Yep.
And then plays like that last screen, which really hurt the Raiders, called during a blitz.
Trayvon Merrick has played well today with 5 tackles, including tackle for a loss. Broke up a pass at the line. Bo Nix comes out of the 2-minute warning with an empty set. 2 receivers each way. Shotgun snap. Back to throw. Raiders with pressure. Christian Wilkins wraps him up at the 28-yard line. He got right through the middle, and Wilkins dropped him for a loss of 7.
Menyers is the right guard who had no chance. Wilkins beat him off the snap of the ball, went around him like he was standing still. Now a timeout has been called by the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders do take their first timeout with 1:54 to go, and the Broncos facing a 2nd down and 18.
Now that's a big play right there. That's what you need.
I mean, that is the reason why, Link, when you go out and you sign, they did not make a lot of offseason acquisitions.
Right.
But they gave Christian Wilkins a very large deal to come be next to Max Crosby. And last week and this week have demonstrated why.
And the force is big time because so often you'll have a defensive end being double teamed by a tight end and a tackle. You can't double team everybody. Even if you slide over, there's going to be somebody that's going to win or need to win their one-on-one matchups.
I think Thomas Harper has trotted onto the field as a safety next to Trayvon Merrick. Isaiah Polomau is still in this game. So Harper, who is about to see his first defensive snap as a Raider.
This is going to be a screen.
And they've got 6 defensive backs on the field. Shotgun to Nix. They don't set up the screen. Raiders come with a blitz. He throws it across the middle. It's caught at the 30 by his tight end and thrown to the turf by Spillane at the 34-yard line. That is Lucas Kroll making his 9th catch of the year. And the Raiders take their 2nd timeout with 1:47 left and a 3rd and 12 coming up.
Got a 3rd and 12. The Raiders need to get the football back or try to get the football back. They need to make sure they're sound on their back end. That time the Broncos had a receiver trying to streaking down the sideline over the seam route, middle of the field. Make sure you don't give up a big play.
Yeah, they brought Isaiah Polomau on a blitz. Remember, he had a sack last week.
That's right.
Against Cleveland. And they do keep the 6 defensive backs. 3 safeties with Polomau, who last week made his first career start in the absence of Marcus Epps, who was on IR with a torn ACL. He and Merrick, along with Thomas Harper, are out there. Jack Jones, Nate Hobbs, and Jacorian Bennett. Robert Spillane, the lone linebacker. Crosby, Calevon Chason, Wilkins, and Adam Butler, the 4 across the defensive line for the Raiders. We're going to try and get the Broncos off the field here on a 3rd and 12. 1:47 to go in the half. Nix is in the gun. Hasn't really been able to find his receivers yet today. Raiders show a blitz. They back out of it. Nix, clean pocket. Steps to his right. Looking downfield. Fires down the middle. And broken up from behind. Jacorian Bennett came across the right shoulder of Sutton right at the 50-yard line. That is his 6th breakup of the year. And he is having a breakout season for the Silver and Black.
And that is textbook. Yes, he climbed the back a little bit, but it wasn't called. Not enough contact to just take the receiver off his course. But that was a good textbook defense by Bennett.
Did you think that he got there early?
I did.
You did think he got there early. Now, nothing called, and so Dixon with a high spiraling punt back to Amir Abdullah, who's backpedaling, and he waits for the fair catch at the 12-yard line.
Hey, Jason, if nothing's called, then it's called a good play.
That's right, it's a good play. 54 yards on the punt, nothing on the return. And so now, Link, here, 10-10 game. Raiders have outgained the Broncos 212 to 102. They have one timeout left and 93 seconds. How are you playing the last 93 seconds?
First play, I'm either throwing a screen or I'm trying to run a draw. I want to see how aggressive Vance Joseph is going to be on the other side of the ball. And I would expect the Broncos to play coverage and only rush their 4.
Well, the other thing you have to be mindful of, Denver also still has 2 timeouts
That's exactly why I want to make it so short, something that I can have high percentage completion for.
3 receivers out to the right. Brock Bowers, the lone wide out to the left. Minshew's got Abdullah next to him. It's a pass. He looks to the right. He throws the right. It's caught at the 25. Jacoby Myers stayed down, and a couple of flags thrown right where he made the grab at the 26-yard line. Jaquan McMillan on the tackle, but it's going to be offensive pass interference.
Yes, I was just thinking the same thing. There was a whole lot of space to have 2 receivers in the same
Pass
area.
interference, offense, number 16. That feels half the distance to goal. Replay. First down.
And now it makes you think of how a little bit different.
And now Vance Joseph is going to bring a blitz. He's going to bring pressure. And you got to be smart with the football. The defenders are going to play tight against the receivers to take away the short passes.
Now he did throw his arm straight out.
Yeah, they say if you have extension of the elbows, 9 times out of 10, the refs are going to call it.
Yep. So 1st and 16, and Minshew's in his feet right against the end zone to the right. And now motion and movement and a false start.
As I said, they're down in the loud end zone, and that was JPJ.
False start. Offense, number 58. That penalty's half the distance to goal. Still first down.
So it's now going to be 1st and 19 from the 3.5-yard line. And again, like, this is the other part. Not only are they going backwards, the Broncos have 2 timeouts. So Riley Dixon and the Broncos completely flip the field. If the Raiders can't convert, the Broncos might get the ball back in good field position before the end of the half.
That's why you got to get some breathing room on these next couple of plays.
You've got to get out of the end zone. Madison, the running back, gets the handoff, squirts through the middle, and he stood up at the 6-yard line. They keep the pile moving. The offense still driving. Now they blow it dead at the 8. So 5 yards for Madison, and a timeout taken by the Broncos. So 1:23, Denver takes its 2nd timeout, and the Raiders facing a 2nd and 14 coming up. So, to your point, like, you run the ball here, you force Denver to take a timeout, you run it again, Broncos could get the ball back with maybe 30 seconds left.
Well, again, then you also rely on your special teams to be able to change the field.
That's right.
And
because you have A.J. Cole.
Absolutely. So you want to take advantage of the fact that your punter can kick it, the snot out of the football. So
the official terminology of Raiders punters.
True story. I want to see snot bubbles coming out of the ball.
Now Raiders do have over 100 yards rushing in the first half. 102 today against the 2nd best defense so far in the NFL. Extra tight end on the field is John Samuel Shanker. He's close to the line on the right. Lone tailback is Madison. Myers motions behind the tight end. It is a run to Madison, picking his way through, and there's nothing there. Malcolm Roach got through the right side of the line, and Denver takes its final timeout with 1:18 to go. So with a 3rd and 14 coming up, if the Raiders run the football, say it takes 4 or 5 seconds, they can run it down link till about 33 seconds before they have to snap and punt. If they elect to try and if they elect to try and pass, try to pick up the first down, then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but it's got to be something that's getting in and out of the hands, because I really think that Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator of the Broncos, is going to try to bring a blitz, wants to light up Gardner Minshew, and have his defensive secondary play aggressive to take away that space.
Broncos came into the game today with 16 sacks, tied for 2nd most in the NFL. They have not gotten to Minshew yet today, at least not with a sack.
They're to play coverage.
They look like it. 6 defensive backs in the game on this 3rd and 14. They are going to run the football. Madison through the right side has the 15, and he's tripped up right there at the 17-yard line. Brought down by Riley Moss, so he picked up 7. They'll give A.J. Cole more room, and they elect to try and play the clock game link here. So we'll see how Antonio Pierce plays this. There's about a 30 seconds, so they'll have to either take a timeout or snap it. with 32 seconds left in the first half clock.
Yeah, that's what you do. You let it run all the way down to as much time, and you take it with 1 second left, the timeout, and punt the football.
Yep.
And understand that Denver's going to come after this football, so we got to be sound with your protection.
Yeah, that run, though, by Madison makes it so that A.J. Cole will not have to stand in the end zone to punt this football. Raiders special teams unit still huddled together over on the far sideline. Now they take that timeout. 34 seconds left on the clock. So A.J. Cole today has hit one of 60 yards already. And he backed up the Broncos at the 9. He has also hit one for 36 that down inside the 5. And he'll try and kick this as far as he can, but not out-kick the coverage. That's the other important part.
Well, this is the time that you want your all-pro punter to have a big foot kick and knock it out, put it out there, put it as deep as possible. But make sure you get it off.
Broncos sent 2 guys outside both gunners, so they're not coming. Cole does get it off. It's a wobbly kick towards the Raiders sideline. It bounces at the 40, and like a laser continues to bounce into the Raiders sideline. So we'll see where they spot this. It wasn't as far as I think they'd like it to have gone, but it is out of bounds at the 33-yard line. So we did get it enough. 50 yards on the kick. With 27 seconds to go for Bo Nix, he'll start on his own 33. They're out of timeouts. And to get towards Will Lutz's range length, they'll need to get about 25 yards.
Now you can still get a middle pass in the middle of the field, but your line and everyone's going to have to run up to the field, the line of scrimmage, to spike the ball to get a kickoff.
Now they did move the ball up to the 36-yard line, so they spotted it 3 yards farther. Nix has got Williams to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Shotgun to Bo Nix. Settles into the pocket, fires over the middle, and he's out in front of Cortland Sutton at the Raiders 46. He had him open. He had gotten some space in front of Jacorian Bennett when he came out of his route towards the middle, but he threw it in front of him. It'll be second down with 23 seconds to go.
That's exactly what I was referring to. The fact is you got a safety sitting in the hole, but there's still a whole lot of space. If he would have connected with that pass, there was yards to be gained after the catch. Got to play a little bit tighter coverage, even though you don't want to give up the big one pass sheet. Trust your rush.
Both teams out of timeouts, 10-10 game. Raiders defense has held the Broncos to 102 yards here in the first half. Shotgun to Nix.
Coming back with the same play.
3-step drop, fires it out into the flat on the left. Javonte Williams, and Jacorian Bennett shoulders him out of bounds on the far side at the 39. So the check down link to his valve goes for 4. Now 18 seconds left, and it's 3rd down and 6.
Ran the same route distribution amongst your receivers. Just decide to take the check down, to take the yards to get out of bounds.
5 of Bo Nix's 9 completions here in the first half have gone to Javonte Williams for 51 yards. Receivers tight to the formation on the right. 3rd down and 7. Nix back to throw. Pressure up the middle. He steps up into the pocket. Fires down the middle of the field. It's caught at the Raiders 41. It's inbounds. Caught by Troy Franklin. Broncos trying to get up on the line. 7 on the clock. 5, 4, 3. Nix spikes it with 2 seconds left on the clock. And they're going to have an opportunity at a 58-yard field goal.
Still want to pick on the middle of the field. And still wide open with holes. Raiders are going to learn their lesson one way or the other.
So it was a great throw to his former Oregon teammate, Troy Franklin. Picked up 19 yards. And so here the Broncos will trot it out. It'll officially be a 59-yarder for Will Lutz. His career long is 60. Now that was indoors for the Saints against the Vikings a couple years ago. Here at altitude. A 59-yarder to end the half. He gets the leg into it. It's heading towards the goalpost, and he missed it. He just missed it wide right, but there is a flag down.
It looks like it's going to be against the Raiders. He might get another shot at it.
Well, like he had the distance, no question about that, by about 5 yards.
Personal foul. Las Vegas, number 97 for leverage. That's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So that's Janaris Robinson. And so instead of a missed 59-yard field goal of the half, Will Lutz going to have a chance at a 44-yarder.
And Janaris Robinson could not jump over the center.
Right.
That's where they call leverage.
That is brutal.
That is huge.
Well, the team linked the first couple of weeks that was the least penalized team in the NFL. That has changed the last couple of weeks. And that is the 5th on Vegas here in the first half. So Lutz this time from 44. He just missed from 59. Another flag flies at the line. This kick is good from 44 yards, but we'll see what this penalty marker is. Nope, it's going to be against the Raiders. Yep. This kick's going to be good.
Don't take points off the board.
Never.
Offside. Las Vegas, number 34, lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty's declined. The result of the play is a field goal. That is good.
So 44 yards, and the Broncos link are going to get the ball to start the second half, and they have scored the last 13 points. Raiders jumped out to a 10-0 late first quarter lead, but as they head to the locker room, and they have played well, they're losing. Denver 13, Las Vegas 10. When we return, Tim Cates with the halftime report. You're listening to Raiders football.
At Bank of Nevada, we believe business banking is like football. It's about doing the little things right. Our local team of financial experts is here to coach you every step of the way to help you tackle your business goals. With our comprehensive range of tailored banking and financing services, we equip you with a winning game plan for your business. Bank of Nevada is proud to support the Las Vegas Raiders and proud to support your business growth and success. Discover the winning strategy by visiting bankofnevada.com. Bank of Nevada is a division of Western Alliance Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome to the new house of Silver and Black, Jack. Boyd Gaming is now a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And there's one motto: just win, baby. Because with Boyd, every day is game day. And everybody is a fan. Orleans, Suncoast, Fremont, and the Boyd family of casinos. Where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 800-522-4700.
Hey, Silver and Black, ready to dominate like your Las Vegas Raiders? Check out the legendary Ford truck lineup, giving you not only the power to win, but the ability to choose how. Tackle the road ahead with 3 different powertrain options, like the gritty and gas-powered F-150, or the agile and all-electric Lightning. And don't forget the adaptable Maverick Hybrid. Ford Trucks, the only trucks tough enough for Raider Nation. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raider Nation. Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Las Vegas Raiders to offer you free wings this football season with a promotion called Sacks for Wings. Anytime the Raiders get 2 or more sacks, you win 6 free wings with a $10 minimum spend. Sacks for Wings is valid the following 3 days after each qualifying game at all 10 Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout the greater Las Vegas metro area. Enjoy award-winning wings and every football game all season long at Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud sponsor of the Raiders.
Now, joining us from the Silver and Black Studios, here's Tim Cates.
Halftime in Denver, the Broncos, with 13 unanswered points, have a 13-10 lead over the Raiders at the break. Tim Cates back inside our Silver and Black Studios with the halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's happening around Week 5 of the NFL before we get to the highlights and stats from this first half. 3 other afternoon games in progress. Under a minute to go in Santa Clara. The 49ers out in front of the Arizona Cardinals, 20-10. Brock Purdy has got a touchdown pass in this game, 151 yards in the air. Kyler Murray with a touchdown run. He's got over 200 yards combined offense for the Cardinals. Under 2 minutes to go in Los Angeles, the Rams with a 13-7 lead over the Green Bay Packers. Jalen McCullough with a 4-yard interception return. The difference in this one after the Packers jumped out to an early 7-0 lead on a Josh Jacobs 2-yard touchdown run. 2 straight touchdowns in the second quarter have given the Rams the 13-7 lead. They're going to the half in Seattle, all tied up at 10 apiece. Seahawks and the Giants. Daniel Jones, 145 yards passing and a touchdown in that one. Earlier today in Jacksonville, Jaguars beat the Colts 37-34. Trevor Lawrence, 371 yards passing and 2 touchdowns as Jacksonville gets their first win of the season. In Houston, it was a thriller as the Texans beat the Bills 23-20. The Texans were up thanks to C.J. Stroud and Nico Hollins, a 67-yard catch and run for the touchdown. Hollins, though, hurt his hamstring on the touchdown, didn't come back for the rest of the game in the second half. Back came the Bills, but Kaimi Fairbairn's 59-yard field goal wins it as time expired. Texans now 4-1. Wild game in Washington, D.C. Commanders beat the Browns 34-13. Jaden Daniels had himself a day, 238 yards passing and a touchdown. The Commanders defense, though, sacked Deshaun Watson 7 times, forced a fumble, which led to a touchdown. Don't look now, but the Commanders are 4-1. In Cincinnati, it took overtime, but the Ravens beat the Bengals.
The Ravens poised for victory. Snap, spot down, the kick is up, it is perfect, into the net, Justin Tucker with the overtime winner, and the Ravens beat the Bengals here in Cincinnati, 41-38, a classic in the AFC North goes to the Ravens.
Chris Carino on Compass Media Networks with the call. Justin Tucker's 24-yard field goal wins it. Ravens win 41-38. They're now 3-2. Bengals and Joe Burrow, despite the 5 touchdown passes, they fall to 1-4. In Miami, Dolphins beat the Patriots 15-10. In Chicago, Bears over the Panthers 36-10. Earlier today in London, it was the Vikings beating the Jets 23-17. Aaron Rodgers threw 2 touchdown passes, but also threw 3 interceptions, including a pick 6. The difference in this game is the Vikings win it 23-17. That's a look around the league here in Week 5. Coming up on the Halftime Report, we'll run down the first half stats and the highlights. Broncos a 13-10 lead over the Raiders at the break. I'm Tim Cates. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Come to Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, California's #1 entertainment destination and the place for big wins. Every month, Yamava gives away luxury cars and exclusive prizes. Play at over 7,200 slots, the most in the West, and catch top-tier entertainment acts. Only at Yamava Resort and Casino, your California to Vegas connection. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
As the official ticket marketplace of the Raiders in the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game. Whether you're cheering on the Raiders at home or away, Ticketmaster has you covered. With Ticketmaster's interactive seat map, you'll get a 360-degree preview of your seat so you can make sure you have the best view of those pivotal plays. Plus, the Ticketmaster app makes it easy to sell or transfer your tickets if your plans change, and the mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Raiders. That's Ticketmaster.com/Raiders.
Tim Cates back inside our Silver and Black studios with the Halftime Report. Broncos out in front of the Raiders at the break, 13-10. The Raiders got the ball first. Didn't take long after Gardner Minshew used his legs on a 3rd and 8 to pick up a first down. That was big to extend the opening drive of the game. Next play, Minshew, touchdown.
He motions to the right. Minshew with play action to Madison, trying to settle in the pocket. Off his back foot, deep down the middle of the field. Bowers jump ball at the 35, and he takes off down the sideline. 15, 10, touchdown Raiders! Brock Bowers, first career NFL touchdown, is a 57-yard jump ball that he caught and took off for a score.
Great catch and run from Brock Bowers. 57-yard touchdown. Raiders are up 7-0. They forced a punt, get the ball back deep in their own territory. 2 different times Gardner Minshew, though, picks up a first down, one of them with his legs. A penalty, though, puts the Raiders behind the sticks. They end up settling for a field goal inside the 25. Officially a 40-yard field goal, good, and the Raiders were up 10-0. The Broncos started the second quarter with the ball. Penalty halted their drive. They get a field goal from Will Lutz, 51 yards out. Raiders up 10-3, knocking on the door. First and goal, midway through the second quarter, when Gardner Minshew made a huge mistake. It could have been a 17-3 lead, but instead a pick 6. Patrick Surtain, the second, returns it 100 yards for the interception for the touchdown, and the game was tied at 10. The Raiders offense, not much after that. They give the ball back to the Broncos, who only needed 5 plays, 36 yards, helped out by a penalty after a missed field goal. Gives him a second chance, and Will Lutz makes it from 44 yards out. 13-10, Broncos with the lead at the half. Gardner Minshew 10-13, 116 yards, touchdown and interception. Amir Abdullah 3 carries, 41 yards. Brock Bowers 4 catches, 69 yards and a touchdown. That's a look at the first half stats and the highlights. Coming up next, we'll go back out to Denver for the second half. Broncos lead the Raiders 13-10. I'm Tim Cates. You're listening to Raiders Football.
Awakening returns to Wynn Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined, experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening live in Las Vegas.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey, Silver and Black, ready to dominate like your Las Vegas Raiders? Check out the legendary Ford truck lineup, giving you not only the power to win, but the ability to choose how. Tackle the road ahead with 3 different powertrain options, like the gritty and gas-powered F-150, or the agile and all-electric Lightning. And don't forget the adaptable Maverick Hybrid. Ford Trucks, the only trucks tough enough for Raider Nation. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders fans, Terribles Game Day giveaway is back and bigger than ever. Shop at your local Terribles and make a purchase of $10 or more. Earn 10 entries when you make a Coors Light or Coca-Cola purchase. Scan your Terribles app rewards code and earn entries for every game throughout the season. Score a $1,000 Raiders shopping spree. Hotel accommodations from Coca-Cola and a Coors Light Silver Seat experience. Every day is game day, exclusively at Terribles. Visit Terribles.com for details.
Curly Top Baker Gourmet Cookies was founded in 2018 with a desire to feed the homeless community one cookie at a time. Curly Top Baker is a 100% woman and minority-owned and operated small business located in Henderson, Nevada. Curly Top Baker offers local delivery, pickup, and ships nationwide. Curly Top Baker prides itself in providing a high-quality, made-from-scratch, gooey, melts-in-your-mouth cookie. Plus, a portion of all sales goes back to feeding others in need. A cookie truly everybody will remember. Visit our website at curlytopbaker.com or by calling 702-842-1022.
Welcome to the new house of Silver and Black, Jack. Boyd Gaming is now a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And there's one motto: just win, baby. Because with Boyd, every day is game day. And everybody is a fan. Orleans, Suncoast, Fremont, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 800-522-4700.
Awakening returns to Wynn Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined, experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening live in Las Vegas.
It's the start of the second half of Raiders football. Now, let's rejoin Jason Horowitz and Lincoln Kennedy back out at the field.
You talk about how one play can immediately and drastically change what a half will look like. Happy to have you back with us. Denver 13, Raiders 10 as we get set to start the second half. Link, Raiders outgained the Broncos in that first half, 226-125. Raiders with 110 yards on the ground. Gardner Minshew started the game 9 of 9 and a touchdown pass to Brock Bowers for 57 yards on his second pass of the game. But with the Raiders up 10-3 and going in with a first and goal on the Denver 5, Minshew threw a 100-yard pick six to Patrick Surtain. And after that interception, Link, the Raiders had three and outs, 24 yards of offense, and Minshew was 1 of 4 for 1 yard.
Well, when you talk about your offense is struggling, its offense has been struggling all year to find a sort of identity, and sometimes it's not going to go as smoothly. The Raiders have had success moving the football today, but aside from the pick six, the big miscue that really cost them, and that's where we are right now. Now they're going to have to come out here and play in the second half.
They're going to have to get a defensive stop to start this second half. And again, penalties too problematic, Link. 5 penalties for 35 yards. And points were added because of those penalties.
Exactly right.
Will Lutz, right before the half, missed a 59-yarder. Bo Nix did a nice job to get them into field goal range-ish. He missed a 59-yarder, but because of the launching penalty on Janaris Robinson, it gave him 15 more yards and 1 more kick that he made, and that's why Denver has the lead.
That's exactly right. Now the Raiders have got to find a way to draw within deal with the adversity and figure out a way to make plays enough to win this football game.
I mean, if you're the defense, you feel good. You've given up 6 points, right? The Broncos offense has 6 points at 125 yards. Bo Nix has 105 yards passing. Much of that to running backs.
Yeah, it's a team game for a reason.
Yeah. Well, Intermountain Health understands that life can be challenging and mental wellness is vital to our overall health. It takes courage to admit when we're not okay and even more to reach out if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis. Call or text 988 or visit strongestplay.com for mental wellness resources. Daniel Carlson will kick it off for the Raiders to start this second half. Marvin Mims, along with Tremont Smith, back deep to receive. Smith had a 40-yard return earlier late in the first quarter, and the Raiders were up 10-0. That 40-yard return kind of jump-started the Broncos. Carlson boots into it. He kicks this one all the way through the back of the end zone to our right. And so Denver and Bo Nix will come out to the 30-yard line. Link, how do you want to play this to start the second half if you're the defense? What are you looking at?
Well, you're still just sticking with what you know. You've been able to harass Bo Nix in the first half. Hadn't had a lot of time to survey down the field, aside from a couple big plays here in the yards after the catch. You still have to be mindful of it. But make sure you make the Denver Broncos one dimension, Jason. Do not have them have the ability to open up the passing lanes as well as the run.
The Raiders had 2 sacks in the first half. Max Crosby had 1. Christian Wilkins had 1. Monte Williams. Yep, they add Matt Pert, who we don't have the official total at the moment. I bet he's been on the field for about 40 to 50% of their offensive plays.
No doubt about it.
The Broncos made some changes. They're coming out of the huddle late. There's already 4 on the play clock. Nix is under center. He snaps it with 2 on first down. Back to throw, looking over the middle. He's backpedaling. Now he's out to his left. There's a flag in the backfield, and he flips it forward right when he was about to step out of bounds. Max Crosby looks like he was held, and I think the first play is going to be a 10-yard penalty.
I think you're right.
Holding. Offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty, replay. First down.
And that is on the Broncos.
Garrett
Bowles. And it wasn't on Max Crosby. It was Tyree Wilson, Link, who was gotten in there. And again, he's played well again today.
Yeah, so often when defensive ends are trying to find the quarterback and they slip out, the offensive tackle doesn't know where it is because the quarterback's behind him. You grab onto that jersey, and they're going to call it every time.
Broncos' 5th penalty backs them up to 1st and 20. Nix under center, toss play to the left, working for McLaughlin, cuts back through the middle, 25-30, and Polamalu spins him down in the middle of the field at the 32-yard line. So the cut back to the right for McLaughlin picks up 12 yards.
And that would have been even bigger if Polamalu did not make that tackle because the Raiders were out of personnel. They were out both flanked and everybody was blocked. The center part of the box.
McLaughlin comes out to the near sideline. Williams checks back in. Javonte Williams, 5 grabs for 50 yards. He had 5 carries for 18 yards. Kicks out of the gun, 2 receivers to the left. Now he steps up to the line, shovels his hands, and changes the play. Calls it, gets it. Raiders bring a blitz, heavy heat. Nix, throw out to the near side, and it's incomplete. Tried to throw the out route looking for Reynolds. Nate Hobbs jumped it and got his hand in there. Broncos did a nice job, Link, picking up the blitz. Raiders brought 7.
That's exactly right. They brought 1 more than the Broncos can block for, but Bo Nix did a better job of getting rid of this football. Nate Hobbs is so lucky that it was outstretched with the arms of the Bronco receiver.
Josh Reynolds has not caught a pass today. Cortland Sutton has not caught a pass today. They're 2 best wide receivers. Michael Burton checks in. He's going to be in the backfield with Nix. He's their fullback. 3 receivers to the left, tight end to the right. There's the snap to Nix. It's 3rd and 8. Raiders coming with pressure. Nix wrapped up and kicked it away. Max Crosby held on to his ankles. Nix tried to get away and fell down. It's another Raiders sack, and the defense a 3 and out to open the second half.
The Condor is back. He came fiercely off of that corner. They had a tight end and the back to help him. Broncos had max protection and still wasn't enough for Max Crosby. Good coverage downfield by the Raiders secondary.
And you say it every week, tight ends can't block Max Crosby, yet they still try it. Dixon booms a high spiral punt all the way into the Raiders sideline. Abdullah was waiting for it at the 20, so it's going to be out of bounds before there. And they mark it out of bounds at the 24-yard line. So, 1.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Raiders defense does the job. Can the offense pick things up? Timeout on the field. We're tied at 10. You're listening to Raiders football.
Welcome to the new house of Silver and Black, Jack. Boyd Gaming is now a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And there's one motto: just win, baby. Because with Boyd, every day is game day. And everybody is a fan. Orleans, Suncoast, Fremont, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 800-522-4700.
Raider Nation. Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Las Vegas Raiders to offer you free wings this football season with a promotion called Sacks for Wings. Anytime the Raiders get 2 or more sacks, you win 6 free wings with a $10 minimum spend. Sacks for Wings is valid the following 3 days after each qualifying game at all 10 Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout the greater Las Vegas metro area. Enjoy award-winning wings and every football game all season long at Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud sponsor of the Raiders.
This football season, your number one goal is winning. At ABM, our number one goal is keeping you safe through the touchdowns, celebrations, and more. While you cheer on the Las Vegas Raiders and make lasting memories with family and friends, ABM is continuing to do our part by providing elevated janitorial services in Allegiant Stadium. For more information about ABM, contact our team at abm.com.
When you need meals, get big flavors and big savings. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Now, Bonix wasn't sacked in either of the previous 2 games for Denver. Raiders have gotten to him 3 times today, and Max Crosby, who missed last week with an ankle injury, is back. He's got 2 sacks. Raiders take over on their own 24, 1st and 10, trailing the Broncos 13-10. 2 tight ends set to start this opening drive for Gardner Minshew, who sends Trey Tucker in motion. He snaps, he hands it to him, jet sweep to the right. Tucker is the 25 and no farther. They outflanked him, a good job by Justin Sternad, the linebacker, to get out there. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Well, they've seen it when you have that short motion. Usually it's Jacoby Myers that plays a short motion that will come in and dig out the safety from inside the weak side tackle. But that time when you have Trey Tucker, the defense picked up on it and saw the jet sweep coming.
Minshew's out of the gun. Madison to his right. Had a nice first half. Raiders ran the ball for 110 yards in the first half. Broncos bring 4. Minshew pumps out to the left. Takes a shot deep down the far sideline, looking for Tucker. Jump ball at the 45 and knocked away. Riley Moss in perfect coverage to swat that out of there on the far sideline at the Broncos 45. And it's 3rd and long.
Gardner tried to take a shot with one-on-one coverage with Trey Tucker. Wasn't a whole lot of space. It has to be damn near a perfect ball on that wheel route. Riley Moss, as you mentioned, was step for step with him. Good coverage by Moss.
Now the Raiders started 3 for 3 on 3rd down. They have not converted any of their last 4. Tucker, Myers, Turner, all out to the left. Brock Bowers, lone wide out to the right. Broncos showing blitz. Here they come. Quick throw, a slant. It's caught at the 32, and a 1st down, Jacoby Myers. He beat Jaquan McMillan onto the inside, and they picked up 11 yards and a 1st down.
Jacoby Myers did a good job that time, Jason. He used his body to shield him between him and McMillan, and that's why it was a perfect pass when Gardner Minshew threw it. Get the 1st down, no linebacker in the hole, good job.
3 catches, 29 yards for Jacoby. On the same field where last year he had 2 touchdown grabs in his Raider debut. He trots out far to the right, but DJ Turner is the slot man. Brock Bowers now motions near to the line on the left. Now Minshew talks to the line, now comes back out. Gets the snap, hands it off. Madison cuts through the hole at the 36, and he puts his back towards the defenders and gets a yard.
And Dillon has got to do a better job at coming off the ball. He is too reluctant and too hesitant, and he's catching all the defensive tackles that he's playing across. It's too much penetration.
That time it was Zach Allen, who is having a Pro Bowl type first quarter to this season. He's played well again today. Extra tight end comes into the game. Harrison Bryant, now Amir Abdullah as the tailback. Bowers motions towards the backfield. Minshew gives it to Abdullah. He's hit at the hole, and Sternad drives him back. Link Cody Barton got back there to force Abdullah to go to the left, right in the waiting arms of his linebacker partner.
That was a straight jailbreak. I don't know if the Raiders blocked anybody in front of that to play.
No.
I saw nothing but orange jerseys in the backfield the moment Minshew got the football. Again, I'm trying to figure out what Dylan Parham's doing. He was catching like he was pass blocking that time. Got turned.
Loss of 2, 3rd and 11. Bowers and Turner out to the left. Now DJ motions to the right. Down to 2. There's the snap. Minshew back to throw. Up into the pocket looking at the pressure. And he's taken down from behind. He didn't see the man coming from behind him. John Franklin Myers off the edge. Got the sack. And the Broncos are going to force the Raiders to punt.
Pocket completely collapsed. It was only a 4-man rush by the Broncos. But there's no way that you can withstand against this pressure. Nowhere for Gardner Minshew to go. He tried to step up into the pocket. There was nowhere for him to find any hole, any space.
Yeah, he and Nick Bonito combined on the sack. First today for Denver. Came into the game second in the NFL with 16. So Cole's going to kick it away. Marvin Mims waiting for it. A boomer, a spiral. Mims backpedaling. He catches it in his basket on the 12, racing towards the middle of the field. He's got the 20, gets a block, has the corner. 30 at the Mims at the 40, and he's tripped up by Samuel Shanker right at midfield. He caught it with space, and the dangerous Marvin Mims, a 38-yard punt return. And with that, we pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football. The Broncos take over at midfield and a flag from the secondary. And I think the Raiders have 12 men on the field again.
12 men on the field. Las Vegas. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Link, that's the 3rd time that's happened this game.
You know, it's not irregular for things to happen when you have a lot of substitutions. Raiders are dealing with their fair share of injuries. Now, it's not an excuse because you're professional. But the personnel groupings have got to be a lot better. These penalties are going to start hurting them.
And we just got this from Raiders PR. Christian Wilkins, Link, is out the rest of the game with a foot injury.
That's a big blow.
13-10 Denver. Have it on the Raiders 45. Hand off to Williams. Cuts through the hole. Pushes the pile. And he keeps the legs turning down to the 39. And with the 1st and 5, it's a fresh set of downs.
Already start with the 1st and 5. And now the Broncos are coming out with their momentum. Big player on special teams. Has the lead. Starting to feel themselves. Going to try to push it to the Raiders. Run the football. See if the Raiders can stop them.
So Jenkins and Butler, the 2 defensive tackles, Tyree Wilson and Max Crosby. Eichenberg and Spillane, the linebackers. Eichenberg, his first career start. An I formation. Toss play to the left. Trying to get out there. He's got a blocker. And Williams pushing defenders. And he's still churning the legs outside the numbers. And they finally bring him down at the 30. Maybe they'll give him the 29. It's close to a first down.
Yeah, it's just hard-nosed running. Right now the Broncos are having their way with the momentum. Get downhill. Williams is loading up. And the Orange Crush is trying to push the silver and black behind.
They did not get the first down. They're quick back to the line, though. They feel the momentum. Quick throw out to the right. It's a low throw. It's caught by Jordan Humphrey. Little Jordan Humphrey spinning. He gets through tackles at the 20. Humphrey to the 5. And he's finally brought down out of bounds by Polomau at the 3. The Raiders were there, Link, to bring him down after a 2 or 3 yard gain, but he was spinning and they were grabbing at his jersey, and he's got a 1st and goal.
Jason, so often you have players who are trying to make a play, get a fumble. You have a lot of guys that were going in there, going after the football, couldn't find a way to pull it out. They were fortunate they didn't give up a touchdown.
They spot the ball at the 3. Broncos are threatening. They haven't scored a touchdown on offense today. They're right there. Nick's under center. Handoff Javonte Williams to the right. And Robert Spillane through the hole to drop him back at the 5. They tried to run it through the right side, and Spillane came downhill to make the tackle for loss.
If you're going to shoot the gap like that, like Spillane did, you got to make sure you make the tackle because there's no one behind you. Good job by Spillane.
Williams comes off. Tight end Nate Atkins comes off. They bring in McLaughlin and an extra receiver. 2nd and goal for Denver at the Raiders 5.
Typically, here's where you want to go play action.
The Broncos this year have been terrible in the red zone for touchdowns, just 4 of 12. Nix out of the shotgun, looks to throw, now rolls out to his right. Crosby's right there, cuts back towards the middle. He cuts inside of Wilson, and he does pick up a yard, so it's not a sack, but Crosby got him around the shoulders. It'll be 3rd and goal. Really he stood there, Link, like he was going to pass to the left, but Max Crosby was waiting for him.
Really trying to understand the logic. He rolls out to, he's got receivers on his left side, but he rolls out to the right in the arms of the Condor.
Now the Broncos have had an issue in the red zone all year scoring touchdowns. Raiders need to get a stop here. 3rd and goal just inside the Las Vegas 5. Extra fullback, or the fullback, Michael Burton in the game. Nix back to throw, swings it out to the right to his man McLaughlin at the 10. He jumps from the 5. Did he get across the pylon? He did! Touchdown Denver! The swing pass out to the right. McLaughlin got ahead of steam, and they say he broke the pylon for a Broncos touchdown.
Well, the Raiders had it defended well enough. He had men out there, but unfortunately McLaughlin was able to jump across that pylon, get in the end zone. They had a blocker who was out there helping him in the flat.
Yeah, it was the fullback.
It was fullback.
Wow. Did his knee hit out of bounds, though, Link, before the ball went across the goal line?
They're checking on that right now.
Tommy Eichenberg had the tackle. The question is, did his knee or his foot touch out of bounds before he got the ball over the pylon? And that is what they're going to have to deal with. And they're going to go look at this. And so while they take a look and determine whether it's Denver 4th and goal at the 1 or Denver 19-10, we'll step aside. 6:54 to go in the 3rd. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, Silver and Black, get ready and gear up for game day just like your Las Vegas Raiders. Because no matter your game plan, Ford has the SUV to match. Call any play with the ability to choose between 3 different powertrain options, like the do-it-all gas-powered Bronco and Explorer, or the innovative all-electric Mustang Mach-E, and switch it up with a dual-threat Escape Hybrid. Ford SUVs, the only SUVs tough enough for Raider Nation. Only at your Southern Nevada Ford dealers, the proud partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's Jerry Robinson here. Want to take your Raiders pride, poise, and commitment to excellence to the next level? Then come aboard the official Raiders fan cruise presented by Seaside Events, partying on the deck of the Norwegian Bliss with legends like Henry Lawrence, Kenny King, Jeff Barnes, Mervin Fernandez, and myself. Enjoying an exclusive beach party, stunning Mexican Riviera. Spaces are filling up quickly. Head to RaidersFanCruise.com now to get ready to create lifetime memories with your favorite Raider legends. See you on the cruise.
Go on, get a little out there. Travel beyond Nevada's neon glow. Drive where the stars sparkle and the desert goes and goes. Visit a world apart. See some funky art. Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart. Go on, get a little out there. Start planning your trip at TravelNevada.com.
Greg Rolstad came on the mic here at Empower Field during the break. He said the ruling on the field stands. It was definitely close. Nothing to confirm or overturn the call. So, Jaleel McLaughlin, 4-yard touchdown catch from Bo Nix, his 2nd career touchdown pass. And Will Lutz on to add the extra point for the Broncos. Snap is there, ball is spun, kick is up, and it is good. So, with 6:54 to go in the 3rd quarter, Link, the Raiders now in a big hole, and I said this to you in the 1st quarter after the field goal by Denver. The game kind of felt like a repeat of last week, just opposite.
Right.
Raiders trailed the Browns 10-0. Cleveland was in complete control, but the Raiders had a little bit of momentum heading to the 2nd, and then all you look in the 3rd quarter, and it's 20-10 Raiders.
Well, all it needs is a little bit of a spark. You know, that Patrick Surtain 100-yard return for a touchdown is a big spark, not a little one, but that's all you need to turn things around. The Raiders have had their fair share of penalties, which have kept drives going and stymied them. So they've also nailed themselves in the foot a couple times.
Yeah. And that spark, too. I mean, think about what put Cleveland back in the game last week. It wasn't Deshaun Watson. It was the fumble return for a touchdown on the opening play of the fourth quarter. So the Raiders are going to need something like that. They're going to need some kind of big play to regain some momentum. Because here in Denver, they dominated the first quarter. Really, they dominated the first quarter and a half. But they trailed 13-10 at the half, and now down by double digits. Lutz approaches right to left, a line drive boot. It's going to go all the way to the white in the back of the end zone, and the Raiders will come out to the 30-yard line. They haven't been able to really get anything going on offense, like really no sustained drives at all since the pick six at the goal line.
Yeah, and that's why I said affected them. It affected their momentum in so many different ways. So whether or not you're going to have stretch runs or you want to use those bubble screens to get outside of the Denver Broncos, they got a lot of speed on their wings, but you got to find a way to be creative to get the ball downfield and stay ahead of the chains.
Gardner Minshew opened this game 9 of 9. He is now 11 of 15 for 126, a touchdown and a pick. He has run the ball for a couple of first downs. He's under center on 1st and 10 on their own 30, ball on the right hash. Bryant motions to the left, handoff to Madison, and again, there's a Bronco through the line right when he gets the handoff. Two different Broncos were there, Sternad back there, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, this is a mess-up blocking assignment by one of the Raiders receivers because Gardner Minshew did bring him in motion to dig out that safety that was in the hole. And I'm not sure what happened to Jacoby Myers, but you can't afford to have that. You're running an 8-man box. That's what the Broncos are doing.
Well, even if Sternad didn't make the tackle, Malcolm Roach had broken through the middle. 2nd down and 9 on the 31. Bowers motions left to right. Broncos jump. It's a free play. Minshew out to the right. He's got Bowers at the 39. He's got the 40. Ooh, and maybe a late hit at the 41. Malcolm Roach came in really late. They don't throw that flag. It will be a 1st down if the Raiders decline this offsides.
Offside. Defense, number 15. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a 1st down.
It's on Nick Bonito. And so Brock Bowers has his 5th catch for 79 yards. And today had his 1st career touchdown. And he's going to trot out to the far sideline. Like, that was a very late hit.
He took a very late hit, and it was straight to the chest and the head area, too. Looks to be okay.
Now, he's not going to the 10. He's just standing on the sideline with the rest of the offensive players. Tucker and Turner both near the formation on the left. 1st and 10 Raiders on the Broncos box. On their own 41. 8-man box, they run against it with Madison, and he's tripped up towards the line. He's able to scamper outside the numbers to the 43. So he picked up 2. Zach Allen at the bottom of the pile again to make the tackle. So they're trying to run towards that stacked box length away from it. But they're not able to get any numbers out there.
No, they're not getting good enough numbers out there. And they're really the rushing game has really been stymied. And you're trying to set up a defense to maybe wear them out and give your defense a little bit of a rest.
Again, 1.5. They were running the ball at will. It's changed. Minshew's out of the gun. Sends Tucker in motion right to left on 2nd and 8. Snap, play fake, looking to throw. Pressure off the edge. He steps up. He's going to take off. He's going backwards, and he goes backwards right into the Broncos. He's dancing. He goes right into Jonathan Cooper, and he sacks him back at the 40 for a loss of 3.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football. Looked to open up, and the rushing lanes were taken away from the interior defensive front. There was really nowhere to go down the field either.
I mean, Linky turned his body away from the line, and he backed up right into Jackson Powers Johnson. So it's now 3rd and 11. Now, he was more sure of those running lanes earlier in this ball game.
No doubt.
Everybody in the stadium to their feet. 3rd and 11 for the silver and black. Shotgun to Minshew. Looking right. He pumps. He lobs near sideline. Looking for Tucker. And it's picked off on the near sideline. Riley Moss in perfect coverage on the Broncos 37. And he's got Denver's 2nd pick of the day. And they will take over.
And Riley Moss was just there, and Gardner Minshew to throw this football. Perfect coverage for Trey Tucker running step by step. Turned around and made a great play on this ball, just daring Gardner Minshew to throw this football.
The former Iowa Hawkeye has his 1st career interception. And the Broncos take over on their own 37, leading 20-10 with 4:16 to go in the third. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable non-stop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Non-stop flights from Las Vegas to Phoenix Mesa, Arizona. One way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 11/9/2024 for travel between 12/21/2024 and 4/5/2025. Seats and dates and limited restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Where does a journey to wellness begin? Do you start looking for diet ideas? Or searching for exercise plans? Actually, you don't have to look far. Just look to the first two letters of the word wellness. We means you don't have to figure it out yourself. It means your hopes and challenges are a perfect match for our knowledge and resources. It means anything you want to achieve, together, we can achieve better. Because wellness begins with we. Intermountain Health, the power of we.
Tim Cates back inside the Silver and Black Studios with a scoreboard update brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights. Book now at Allegiant.com. Third quarter in Santa Clara, 49ers lead the Arizona Cardinals 23-13. Third quarter in Los Angeles, Green Bay Packers a 17-13 lead over the Rams. Jordan Love a 66-yard touchdown pass to his tight end Tucker Kraft. Giants taking on the Seahawks in Seattle. Giants up 17-10. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Back out to Denver. Jason Lincoln, guys.
Has 2 interceptions in the same game. One was in the end zone, taken back 100 yards for a pick six. That one, an underthrown ball to Trey Tucker, picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos take over on their own 37. They're up 13-10 at the half. It's a 20-10 Denver lead. Nix is under center. A run play to McLaughlin, cuts in the hole. He's out across the 40. He's brought down at the 41-yard line on a 4-yard pickup. And like Aiden O'Connell's taking some throws on the far sideline. How are you thinking about that if you're Antonio Pierce?
I'd be ready to make a change right about now. Your quarterback is struggling. The game is not out of reach, out of hand so far yet, but it's beginning to get there. So depending on the way this series goes, I would think about seriously consider about making a change.
Garrett Bowles shaking up. The Broncos training staff is out on the field looking at their second-team All-Pro left tackle. Matt Pert is the backup left tackle for the Broncos. But he has been coming in as their sixth offensive lineman throughout the course of the game. And then Frank Crumlink, who is a rookie out of Wyoming, undrafted free agent, is now also out on the field for Denver. And so they will go with some different offensive linemen here for a 2nd and 6 coming up as they gingerly walk Bowles to the near sideline.
No, Garrett has had his fair share of injuries throughout his career, 8 years of career. And that time it just looked like somebody came down on the back of his legs. Let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, broken leg, week 5 back in 2022. A week after Javonte Williams tore his ACL back at Allegiant Stadium. So 2nd and 7 for Denver. They spot it on their own 40. Shotgun snap to Nix. Looks right, throws right. It's caught by Sutton at the 44. Shakes the tackle, and another, and he's brought down with a first down. Jack Jones missed the tackle at the 44. Polomau missed the tackle at the 46, and they're out to the 48 for a first down.
Yeah, going again where you're trying to go after the football. Don't go after the football. Make sure you tackle the man because yards after catch are really counting against you. And that time Jack Jones didn't do a good job according to Sutton. He's complaining that he got pushed off, but you got to make better tackles.
Wholesale changes for Denver. 4 players off, 4 players on. And they didn't have enough on. Now they bring on Troy Franklin, who had a big, important catch as the Broncos break the huddle before Franklin even got there. They're down to 5, and they're going to have to hold them because they made a late substitution. 1 on the play clock. Nix does get the snap. Back to throw. He's rolling out to his right. He fires over the middle. He's got his tight end at the 45. And Charles Snowden makes the tackle on Nate Atkins at the Raiders' 44-yard line. 8-yard play on a play that looked like it was going to be disastrous.
You still have the entire fourth quarter. You still got 2 minutes left in this third quarter, but you have got to get the football back if you're the Raiders defense.
And at worst, you got to hold Denver to a field goal.
Absolutely.
Oh, the snap never got back to Nix. Oh, and he jumps on it at the 46-yard line. The shotgun snap must have hit the center's leg because Nix saw it and had to jump on it for a loss of 2.
And there was that opportunity I was making mention of. Raiders could have had jumped on that football. Didn't go for him. Looked like he hit the backside.
Yeah, right in his butt.
Yep.
Luke Wattenberg in his third year out of your alma mater. And we'll see what the Broncos do here. Can the Raiders get an important stop? It's 3rd and 3 on the Las Vegas 45. And you wonder, too, if Sean Payton's thinking 4-down territory. Williams, the tailback. They bring Franklin in motion to the left. Down to 1 on the play clock. There's the snap. Raiders bring a blitz. Nix with the pump fake all day. Taking a shot. Deep down the near sideline. Open man, it's dropped. Oh, Nix laying it out there beautifully. 5 yards into the end zone. Troy Franklin ran under it, and he just didn't bring it in. What a break for the Raiders.
Big break for the Raiders. A rookie teammate out of Oregon, Troy Franklin, was completely behind the Raiders defense. Broken coverage. Not sure what happened, but the Raiders are fortunate. Broncos then scored another 6.
Link, that was the man that Nix threw 14 touchdown passes to last year.
Yeah.
And that easily should have been his first. But instead, Denver will punt. And Riley Dixon trying to pin the Raiders back deep. Alex Bachman got hit. No flag. It does bounce at the 2 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And that will send us to a timeout. 1:31 to go in the third. Raiders ball at their 20, down 20-10. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
There's plenty of reasons to go to Vegas. The Strip, the stadium, the football games, high-speed races, the biggest names, neon lights, the biggest fights, bull riding, and endless nights. Custom jerseys, stolen bases, colored wigs, and painted faces. There's something to fan for from dusk till dawn. And the list goes on and on and on and on. We don't know what brings you here, but we do know this. When you go to Vegas, whatever you go for, go all out. Head to visitlasvegas.com to learn more.
Let's go, Raider Nation. You heard them. Time to hit the nearest drink station for a cocktail with Absolute Vodka. I'm talking smooth Moscow Mules, bold Bloody Marys, and Vodka Ritas to match your victory dances. Absolute Vodka, mixing it up with Raider Nation.
Enjoy responsibly. Absolute Vodka, 40% alcohol by volume. Imported by Absolute Spirits Company, New York, New York.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24, ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats ticket. Must be legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
Well, the Raiders got lucky. Bo Nix threw a beautiful ball to Troy Franklin in the end zone that should have been a 45-yard touchdown pass. Instead, Raiders still only down by 10, 20-10. And Link, you said after the last drive you would make the switch, and they have.
That's
Aiden
right.
O'Connell is on the field for the Silver and Black with 1:31 to go in the third.
We'll see what Aiden is able to do. You know, AP said he wanted a quarterback that didn't make mistakes. The 2 interceptions really hurt Gardner Minshew and the Raiders today.
Minshew started 9 of 9, 115 yards. After that, 3 of 8, 22 yards and 2 picks. O'Connell came in mop-up duty in the loss to Carolina. He had 1 drive, led the Raiders on a touchdown march. He is going to have to put together a comeback here in Denver. Broncos showing blitz on first down. O'Connell is under center. He sends Bowers in motion. Lined up now is the fullback in front of Madison. The snap, play action. O'Connell settles out to his right, downfield, fires for Tucker, and he shorts out it by about 5 yards.
It's going to be a hold. It's coming back.
Yep. He was looking for Tucker out across the 40, and he threw it 5 yards before him.
Holding offense, number 71. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Yeah, the Raiders are shooting themselves in the foot now. They're going the opposite way. Need to play mistake-free football.
Yep. It is the 7th penalty on Las Vegas this afternoon. Wow, talk about a tough spot too, right? Aiden O'Connell coming into this ball game, and you go 1st and 20 in the end zone.
Yep, that's why the penalties are always hurters. They hurt and they push you back and they steal momentum. Whatever wind you have in your sail, take it away.
Single setback is Madison. Motion is Tucker. Handoff to Madison through the left side, and he is stood up at the 9 and driven back again. Justin Sternad, in his 2nd career start, is having a whale of game for the Broncos. He's got 7 tackles, 2 for loss, and it'll be 2nd down at about 22.
DJ Turner came in the backfield like a fullback and ran right past Color. You never ever pass a Color.
I mean, Turner's stout for 5'9". He weighs 205 pounds, but I mean, you're giving up 40 pounds to whoever's trying to get through. Inside of a minute, 3rd quarter, 2nd and 20. They gave him the 10 with forward progress. Shotgun to O'Connell, trying to pass out to the left. It's caught by Bowers, and he's swung around at the numbers by Sternad right at the 14. So 4 yards to Bowers, and it'll be 3rd down and 16. And Aiden O'Connell's got to be careful here, Link.
Well, he's got to be careful, but he also has to give his line a little bit more of consideration. He had time that last play. He didn't need to fire so quick to Bowers. Got to try to stretch the defense, see if he can pick up the 1st down or get closer.
Raiders broke the huddle, but then O'Connell came up and he's talking to everybody. He went to Andre James first, then the rest of the line. Got plenty of time. There's 11 on the play clock. It's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Shotgun to O'Connell. Hockett holds. Now he has to escape out to his left. He's backpedaling, lobs it up for Madison, and it's over his head.
Oh.
Not sure that was a great decision either at the 21 because Sternad was posting him up like an NBA defender, and there are still 2 seconds left on the clock, so we will get a punt to finish the 4th quarter.
Very dangerous pass that time. Very dangerous after being flush out of the pocket. Nowhere really to go with the football.
Yeah, Dondre Tillman giving chase. Because even if Madison catches that ball, Link, it's going to be 4th and 10.
Absolutely.
2 defenders right there. Throw it away and let the next one go. So Cole to kick it away again today. His 5th punt of the day. High spiral, angling Mims to the left side. He makes the catch at the 26, but again he's got space. Up the near sideline, 35-40, and he trots out of bounds on the Broncos' 41-yard line after a 15-yard return. So 60 on the punt. And the Broncos have the ball at good field position, up by 10 as we head to the 4th quarter. Denver 20, Las Vegas 10. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP.
You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more reps, 2 more.
you deserve this ice cold reward. Modelo, Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
How powerful is Cox Fiber?
Powerful enough to stream all my live sports actually live?
Yep.
Powerful enough to share my screen more smoothly?
You got it.
Powerful enough to keep my games online and my squad on top?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
Introducing Cox Fiber, from the company with the fastest download speeds 9 years in a row. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Limited availability in select areas. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply. Analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence in Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix. Fixed median download speed Q2 2016 to Q1 2024.
As the official ticket marketplace of the Raiders and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game. Whether you're cheering on the Raiders at home or away, Ticketmaster has you covered. With Ticketmaster's interactive seat map, you'll get a 360-degree preview of your seats so you can make sure you have the best view of those pivotal plays. Plus, the Ticketmaster app makes it easy to sell or transfer your tickets if your plans change, and the mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Raiders. That's Ticketmaster.com/Raiders.
Hey Raiders fans, Jason Horowitz again reminding you that halftime is a great time to learn more about Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat from the same team that created Buffalo. Come to slot games where you can pick your team, play your team, and put a whole new spin on just win, baby. Check out the Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Raiders. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over. Raiders football presented by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Along with Lincoln Kennedy, Pro Bowler, our longtime producer Dave Sniff, Jason Horowitz, happy to have you back with us. Broncos take over on their own 42-yard line. And they start the fourth quarter, Denver 20, Las Vegas 10. Javonte Williams played a good ball game. He's on the sideline, though. No, he's in the backfield. Bo Nix with play action on first down. All day. Backpedaling. Still time. Takes off. Has the 45 and the 50. And Nix stumbles his way to the Raiders' 47-yard line. Picked up 12 yards. And it looks like Robert Spillane is holding his hand, too, Link, as he's coming back to the defensive huddle.
The plays like that will bring this Bronco crowd around for Bo Nix in his favor, making people miss in open space. Finding a way to extend drives, they love it. And as you mentioned, max protection all the time in the world.
Yep, no question. Raiders do have 3 sacks today, but not gotten a lot of pressure here on the second half. Fresh set of downs, toss play to the left. He's got Javonte Williams trying to pick his way through the hole as the 45, dragging Spillane to the 40. There is a flag thrown all the way back from the secondary, and it looks like it's going to be against the Raiders.
Yeah, it's usually defensive holding, and the defensive tackle prevents a lineman from going up to a linebacker or a next secondary blocker.
Well, there are 2 flags actually on
holding. Defense, number 69. It's a 5-yard penalty added at the end of the play. Automatic first down.
That's on Adam Butler. That is the 8th penalty today on Las Vegas. And remember, one of them cost the Raiders 3 points.
That's right.
Because Will Lutz had missed a 59-yard field goal to end the first half. But a 15-yard penalty gave him another try, and he hit from 44.
Yeah, not very disciplined today, the Raiders are. Penalties are hurting them. Again, the momentum has been snatched away by the Broncos.
Reynolds and Sutton out to the right. McLaughlin joins him out to the right. Javonte Williams stays in the backfield. Shotgun to Nix. Quick throw out to the right. Got McLaughlin at the 40. Cannot spin away from Jack Jones. The ball was rifled out to the near sideline. It was thrown behind McLaughlin Link, who had to spin around, and Jack Jones was there to make the tackle, and that's a loss of 4 yards.
Well, really fortunate. If the Raiders are going to push it with that type of blitz where they bring out, they had a straight void because little Jordan Humphrey was running down the field wide open on that RPO action.
Now, Cortland Sutton was late to get back to the huddle. They broke the huddle. They didn't know he was there, and now they had to tell him to play. Trots out to the left. Still 8 on the play clock, though, for Nix. 2nd and 15. Shotgun. Draw play. Williams. Big hole right side. 30. Williams 25. And he lowers the shoulder into the Raiders with a first down run of 18 yards down to the 23-yard line. That hole couldn't have been any bigger.
Great time to call the draw if you're the Broncos and Sean Payton. The Raiders are sitting back on their heels trying to play coverage. Actually, Spillane did come and rush in as a Mike Dog, but they ran the draw behind it.
Broncos are now over 100 yards rushing. 105. Javonte Williams has led the way. He's got 105 total yards from scrimmage. Good game last week for him against the Jets, and it's carried over today. Pistol formation for Nix. He's got McLaughlin behind him. Snap, handoff. McLaughlin bangs into his own defender, and the Raiders have him stopped for a loss of a yard at the 24. Raiders interior of the D-line, Lincoln pushed the inside of the O-line backwards, and McLaughlin pinballed off the left guard for a loss of 1.
No surprise where the Broncos are trying to go with the football. Everybody was just clammed up all in the middle. The Raiders did a good job at standing and holding their point, holding their ground.
Now we're about to cross inside of 12 minutes to go in the game. Raiders are down 10. Needless to say, Link, this is a must. It has to be held. They have to hold Denver to a field goal attempt.
That's right. That's exactly right. Right now you're also starting to see this defense get worn down, Jason.
High formation and a timeout taken as the Broncos broke the huddle late. And the officials, the question is, who took the timeout?
That's what I'm looking for.
No, you know what it is?
Trayvon Merrick,
yep.
That hit.
Yep.
He was a little slow getting up after it.
You know what?
Williams.
The upstairs independent medical booth whistled down to the officials, Link. It was the play that Williams broke out for 18 yards.
Yep.
Trayvon Merrick went low to make the tackle, and Williams put his shoulder down in what turned into be Merrick's head.
Awful big collision there.
Yeah. Well, the hard part about that, too, because they whistled that dead with 5 seconds on the play clock, they get a fresh 25 and they wind it again, and the game clock winds. See if those 20 seconds matter later today. I formation. Williams, the tailback. Nix with play action. Rolls to the left. Wide open. Troutman at the 20. Down the sideline 10. Troutman down at the 5 and out of bounds. Thomas Harper there to save a touchdown. But beautifully done by the rookie quarterback, Link. He sold it, he rolled, and he had his tight end wide open.
He had him wide open, and more importantly, if Bo Nix wanted to run this football, he would have had a blocker in front of him. Right now, the Broncos are taking it to the Raiders. They are out physical on both sides of the ball, and this defense is becoming a mash unit.
Nix 16-24, 166 and a touchdown. So far, by far, his best game as a rookie. He's in the shotgun, first and goal on the Raiders' 5-yard line. Williams, the tailback, to his right. Calls for the ball. Hands it off to Williams. Stutters in the backfield at the 5. Moves the pile forward. He's down just shy of the goal line. Robert Spillane made the tackle. They did not give him the goal line. And it'll be second down and goal inside the 1.
Boy, Williams is really running hard between the tackles. The Raiders did a good job at winning, especially Spillane.
For the moment, Spillane has saved the touchdown.
Yeah, and Harper. Now the big boys are coming in.
Yep. Burton in. 2 tight ends. Extra offensive linemen. The ball is resting just outside the goal line.
Play action pop pass.
Nick send his fullback over to the right like a tight end. He's under center, and we've got motion and flags. He looked like he was going to pull out.
Yeah, he was. He was going to pull out. They had a streaking tight end who was going in the flat route.
No, this is an encroachment against the Raiders.
Yeah, Snowden.
Encroachment. Defense, number 49. That penalty's half the distance to the goal. Still second down.
I'd love to know how the official moves half the distance of 2 inches. Like, I realize the answer to that is an inch, but there's nowhere to go. The ball is touching the goal line if you move it an inch, and that's a touchdown. Now they come out with the same, an I formation. Williams behind Burton. Nix under center. Snap. Jumps over the pile. Touchdown, Bo Nix. And the Broncos, with 10-12 to go, have scored 26 unanswered points and in full control here over the Raiders.
Well, Bo Nix didn't have that far to leap, and he barely got off the ground. I don't know if he can get a piece of paper under his feet after that leap, but he didn't need to go far to break the plane.
Now, no one hit him either.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, ineffective offense has come back to haunt the Raiders today.
Now, there is a Bronco offensive lineman linked down in the end zone, and the training staff is out there to attend, and the Broncos offensive linemen have taken a knee. Cannot quite make out who the offensive lineman yet is down. His back is on the ground in the end zone to our right. And the Raiders players are also down on a knee too.
Sean Payton has made his way out to the field to check on his player.
And there are 5 different members of the training staff out there to take a look. So while they look at the Broncos' injured player, we'll step aside. Denver up 26-10 here, 5 minutes into the 4th quarter. You're listening to Raiders football.
At Bank of Nevada, we believe business banking is like football. It's about doing the little things right. Our local team of financial experts is here to coach you every step of the way to help you tackle your business goals. With our comprehensive range of tailored banking and financing services, we equip you with a winning game plan for your business. Bank of Nevada is proud to support the Las Vegas Raiders and proud to support your business growth and success. Discover the winning strategy by visiting bankofnevada.com. Bank of Nevada is a division of Western Alliance Bank. Member FDIC.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders in our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we're sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2024 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
Raider Nation. Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Las Vegas Raiders to offer you free wings this football season with a promotion called Sacks for Wings. Anytime the Raiders get 2 or more sacks, you win 6 free wings with a $10 minimum spend. Sacks for Wings is valid the following 3 days after each qualifying game at all 10 Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout the greater Las Vegas metro area. Enjoy award-winning wings and every football game all season long at Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud sponsor of the Raiders.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raider debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Andrew Bronco is their starting center, Luke Wattenberg, who was helped off the field towards the near sideline. He is in the Denver tent. Will Lutz is on to try the extra point after a Bo Nix 1-yard quarterback hop over the line for a touchdown. He nails the extra point. And so Link here with 10-12 to go. Raiders trailing the Broncos 27-10. Last week, the Raiders spotted Cleveland 10, then scored 20 unanswered. This week, the Raiders jumped out 10 and have given up 27 unanswered.
The sparks have worked against the Raiders today, Jason. It's going to be hard to derive that, especially when you haven't had any consistency, momentum going in the second half on offense. So coming back out with, I expect, Aiden O'Connell, see what they can start doing with this offense.
Well, the other part to all this, too, Lincoln, these questions are going to be asked of Antonio Pierce after the game. And you know, you could ask this about any game. But if the Raiders go on to lose today, there's only 10-12 to go and they're down 3 scores. You go back to what turned out to be a 100-yard Patrick Surtain pick six. The Raiders were up 10-3. They had a nice drive. They were at the 5. Brock Bowers was open. He just overthrew him. And instead, it's a 10-10 game on a day that the Raiders at that moment were dominating. And if it's 17-3, you wonder what this game looks like. And instead, it's a totally different day.
That's exactly right. And now any coach will tell you when you lose a turnover battle, more times than not, you're losing a lot of momentum, being able to win the game.
Yeah, Raiders are -2 today. And the other part of the question is, who's the Raiders starting quarterback moving forward? Gardner Minshew was benched with 1:31 to go in the third after his second pick of the day, as Lutz drives a line drive kick that bounces at the 12 and goes all the way through the end zone past Abdullah. And remember, with the new dynamic kickoff, if it bounces in the landing zone before the end zone, the touchback comes out to the 20, not the 30. So the Raiders are going to have to start at the 20 link. But to finish up that point about O'Connell and Gardner Minshew, they're going to have to decide what to do because it just hasn't worked this year with Gardner at quarterback.
Yeah, that's true. There's a certain skill set that comes along with each quarterback, just like anyone else. If you're Luke Getsy and this offensive staff has got to find a way to derive and get the most out of that offense and what you're dealing with. Right now, everything has been inconsistent.
We're looking to see a spark here with O'Connell here in the fourth quarter. Sends Trey Tucker motion outside of the right of Jacoby Myers. Shotgun. 3-step drop, looks left, throws over the middle, it's batted up in the air, and that's picked off. He was looking for Brock Bowers. Pat Surtain was right there in coverage. He knocked it into the air, and he caught it himself. Surtain has a 2-pick day. And the Broncos take over on the Raiders 42.
Forced again, Jason, because he was not open. Brock Bowers was not open on this route. Surtain was right there step for step. But if Aiden O'Connell is going to take a chance and try to force the ball into his future star, you're going to have more times than not when things happen like this.
The Broncos defense is all celebrating in the end zone to our left. The Broncos offense is on the field ready to take over. Now it's the second time this year that the Raiders are -3 in turnovers. The game in LA against the Chargers. So both division games. Nix is under center as the Broncos will try and milk some clock. Javonte Williams, the lone tailback. Snap and the handoff trying the middle. Williams cuts back to the left and Adam Butler wraps him up and Robert Spillane finishes him off back at the 40. So it's a loss of 1 and Link for that. Robert Spillane now has 10 tackles. He is one of 6 players in NFL history to have 10 tackles in each of the first 5 games to start a season.
Well, he's been a bonus for this defense, and the defense has played well. But unfortunately, you can't hang your hat on those types of laurels. You got to find a way to win games. The offense has not done their part to really help out this team.
No, not at all. Raiders at 205 yards of offense with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. They're sitting on 244 for the game. McLaughlin and Blake Watson both in the game. Quick throw out to the left by Nix. It's caught by Mims, who gets ahead of steam. And he's brought down at the Raiders' 33-yard line. Tyree Wilson on the tackle after a pickup of 7. So it'll be 3rd down and 4. Denver today, 2 of 9 on 3rd down. But they are up by 17. They can work some clock, and they've been working the Raiders' defense here in the second half.
Right now, the Broncos are just having their way with the Raiders' defense. See a lot of tired bodies that are wearing silver helmets out there on the football field, just trying to hold it together. Mistakes, penalties, miscues, 12 men on the field.
4 receivers out to the right. It includes McLaughlin and Lucas Kroll, the tight end. Empty set for Nix. There's the snap. He looks right. Now pumps to the left. Takes the shot down the far sideline. Cortland Sutton catches it over the shoulder of Bennett. He makes the grab. He kept his feet down. And that includes what's about to be a pass interference on JB2. What a grab.
Yeah, it was.
Pass interference. Defense number 0. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is first down.
Cortland Sutton had one-on-one coverage with Bennett. No safety over the top. Bo Nix does a back shoulder throw. And there is so much contact you have to call this.
Yeah, he just never let his hands off his shoulders.
Right. And Bennett never turned around and found the football. It's an easy call for the ref.
Now they declined the penalty, so it's a 24-yard pass play. Second catch today for Cortland Sutton, who's had a quiet day. Broncos set up for the 1st and goal on the Raiders' 9. Nix, play action, looking across the middle. Fires towards the back right corner of the end zone. He throws it into the basket of Reynolds for a Denver touchdown.
A lot of penalty flags are down.
There are 2 in the end zone, and there's 1 at the line of scrimmage, too. If they're against the Raiders, it's touchdown Denver.
Defense, number 45. That penalty's declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Man, oh man, the wheels are falling off.
No doubt about it.
Josh Reynolds with his first Denver touchdown. It's a 9-yard Bo Nix throw, who has his first career 2 passing touchdown day. And the Broncos are dominating the Raiders here in Denver.
They have turned it on, and the Raiders cannot keep up because you cannot sustain an offense. Look, they're taking guys like Max Crosby off the field. He doesn't need to play anymore. I think his day is done. But this offense has not had any sustainability to put any more points on the board than the 10 they have.
Well, there was a lot of talk here in Denver this week about ending the 8-game losing streak to the Raiders. Taking it personally, a lot of conversation back to when the Broncos had their own long winning streak in the 90s and 2000s against the Raiders, trying to get back to that. And when the Raiders jumped out, as the extra point is good, when the Raiders jumped out to a 10-0 lead and looked like they were about to make it 17-3, you thought this streak was going to keep going, and wow, it's impressive. And man, oh man, has the script flipped. Broncos 34, Raiders 10, timeout on the field in the 4th. You're listening to Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24, ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats ticket. Must be a legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
You don't do anything halfway, and that should include your credit card. The Wonder Card from Credit One Bank is your play hard travel card. For traveling to Raiders games or anywhere else. The Credit One Bank Wonder Card. Serious rewards for serious fans. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Terms apply.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP.
You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame
No risk. 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Tim Cates inside our Silver and Black studios with the scoreboard update brought to you by Curly Top Baker. Holy chip! 1 cookie is never enough. Curly Top Baker. Fourth quarter in Los Angeles. Packers starting to pull away from the Rams. They lead at 24-13. 2 third quarter touchdown passes from Jordan Love to the tight end Tucker Kraft has given them the lead. Fourth quarter in Seattle, the Giants lead the Seahawks 23-13. Daniel Jones with 2 touchdown passes. There's 6 minutes to go, fourth quarter in Santa Clara. Here come the Arizona Cardinals, down 2 with the ball. 49ers lead at 23-21 in Santa Clara. Let's go back out of Jason Lincoln, guys.
Now the Broncos, Tim, have their most points since 2021. Scored 38 against the Lions. Here today, 34-10. They lead the Raiders, who scored on their opening 2 drives at a 10-0 lead. But a pick 6 thrown by Gardner Minshew completely changed this game. Since then, the Raiders have thrown 2 more picks, punted the ball 5 times, and Link, on none of the ensuing drives have the Raiders gained 20 yards since that pick 6.
Yeah, they have really been stymied. This offense needs to figure some things out. Right now, they can't block, they can't throw, they can't catch.
There was a penalty called on the Raiders on the extra point. So they added that here to the NFL dynamic kickoff. So Will Lutz will kick it off from midfield. That is now double-digit penalties for Las Vegas, 10 for 70 yards. He's going to try to angle it towards the pylon, but he kicked it out of bounds. So the Raiders will take over on the 40.
Kickoff out of bounds. Denver, by rule of the ball, we place 25-yard lines from the spot of the kickoff. It'll be Vegas ball. First down and 10 on the 25-yard line.
All right, so the 25, not the 40, because he kicked it from the 50. But you know what? I tell you what, maybe that was done on purpose then, Link. Because if you kick it out of the end zone, they come out to the 30. Well, let's do the rule better than I did. I apologize. Good for him.
Come on, Jesse, you're supposed to be better than that now.
That doesn't seem fair.
Yeah.
Now, Aiden O'Connell still in. 2 series, 1 punt, 1 pick. Out of the gun. Gonna throw. Looks right. Fires that way for Bowers. Has some space at the 28. And he's driven out of bounds by the safety, Brandon Jones. Brock Bowers today, good numbers. 7 catches for 88 yards and a touchdown. The explosive play on the 4th play of the game that went for 57 and a score. He had some moments, Link. It looked like it was going to be a bigger impact, but they just weren't able to get him the football as they thought they could.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is that they're not being able to throw down the field. Create enough separation to get the ball to you down the field.
O'Connell throws the screen to Abdullah with blockers at the 30, 35, and he's hit by his own offensive lineman. Jackson Powers Johnson slipped. He was behind Amir Abdullah. He did throw him forward for a first down, but could have gone for more. As America First Credit Union's first down for the hometown, where America First will donate $100 to a local charity for every Raiders first down inside Allegiant Stadium this season. They're up on the ball quick. 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line. Quick drop. O'Connell looks right, fires over the middle. It's behind Myers and dropped at the 45.
You see how all the Raiders receivers are in front of the Bronco defenders?
Yep.
They're playing a soft zone right at the sticks, keeping everything forward. There's not a whole lot of separation, but now what happens if either quarterback, Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell, has a mistake, that ball is going to be tipped into a would-be defender's hand. These short routes are not getting a lot of distance or creating a lot of separation.
On 2nd and 10, Broncos bring a blitz. O'Connell a quick throw. It's caught by Myers at the 45, but again, no separation. The inside slant, Jaquan McMillan was right there on the stomp. They picked up 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Raiders. Down 24, 34-10 here at Empower Field, where the seats are starting to empty a little bit. O'Connell fires. Bowers has it at the 50. Caught it between McMillan and the linebacker, and he squeezed through to the Broncos 46 for another first down.
Well, Aiden O'Connell has to be happy that he's got short-handed receivers right now, because he is putting that ball in jeopardy.
He's also leading them into danger.
True story.
That part of it's maybe down by 24, just as important to get everybody out of here healthy. O'Connell looks left, throws the out. He's got DJ Turner, outstretched arms at the 40, cuts upfield, and he's shouldered out of bounds by Jaquan McMillan at the 34 as well as stop Turner. Picked up 12 and a first down.
And if you remember the Chicago game last year, you remember when Aiden O'Connell came out and got fixed when Davante Adams on that short out route and it was a pick six. He's got to be mindful of that. These Bronco defenders are starting to look at him like that.
O'Connell now 6 of 9 for 45 yards and a pick. On here in relief of Gardner Minshew. Before this drive, the Raiders had 18 yards of offense in the second half.
Here comes the blitz.
Here they come with 6. O'Connell sees it, pumps, lobs down the far sideline looking for Turner, and it's incomplete. He was running out of room at the 10. Brandon Jones was there. He led him to the outside. Link, if he leads that to the inside, it's an interception.
Yes, that's exactly right. And then with that pump fake that he had right before he released the football, that's when he started to second guess what he wanted to do with it.
Now the 34 consecutive points for Denver, the most that they have scored consecutively in a game in a decade. That last game where they scored 34 straight was also against the Raiders back in November of 2014. So with 5:48 to go in the game, Raiders down 34-10. Trying to get some momentum for O'Connell. Claps for it, has it. Broncos bring a late blitz. Settles, good pocket, over the middle. Caught by Myers at the 20. And he's spun down by Jones in the red zone. Inside the numbers on the left to the 18. Pickup of 16 for Jacoby and a 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Good job by the Raiders picking up the blitz. Now they're back on the football.
Well, the other part to this, too, we're seeing Aiden O'Connell, and we saw it against Carolina. We saw it against defense that was playing back. It's hard to maybe decide what to do there. Throws the out route to Turner, and he throws in front of him. And McMillan knocked it away, but there is a late flag thrown. It's going to be pass interference on the Broncos.
Tight coverage. I knew it was coming. If it wasn't a completion, it's going to be a penalty.
Yeah.
The Broncos are letting the Raider receivers have any
pass
space.
Interference, defense, number 29. The ball we placed in the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
And like the other underlying story to this is the story coming into this game about Davante Adams demanding a trade earlier this week. Again, nursing a hamstring injury, not on the trip, but demanding a trade. And the Raiders without Davante Adams able to win last week. They had a lot of creativity, but no offense in the fourth quarter. And the Raiders without Davante Adams really only have 2 go-to wide receivers in Myers and Tucker.
And see, that's what happens when you have a dominant receiver like a Davante Adams. It's hard to develop other players. You just don't. There's only one football.
Brock Bowers has 8 catches today. O'Connell flushed from the pocket, dumps it short. He's got Abdullah at the 15. Sternot throws him out of bounds on the far sideline. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. No gain on the throw to Amir Abdullah. So what do you do with that, Link? First of all, that Tom Telesco and the front office are going to have to decide what to do. But second of all, you thought you had Davante Adams this season. You don't, and they have to adjust on the fly.
You got to get something stellar for it if you're going to trade him.
Shotgun to O'Connell on 2nd and 10. Looks to the right, now scans to the left. Late pressure. He flushed. He throws near side. Oh, what a grab! Oh, DJ Turner couldn't keep both feet down. They say incomplete, but he stretched all of his 5'9" frame at the 7. He brought it in, but they said he didn't keep both feet in bounds.
And right now, if you're the interior 3 of this Raiders offensive line, you have got to stand up to the challenge. You have got to solidify the pocket in order for Aiden O'Connell to step up. He is not fleet-footed as Gardner Minshew running out, but you have to stand up and stand tall right now. And don't give up any penetration to these defensive tackles of the Broncos.
So it's 3rd down and 10 with 4:48 to go. Denver 34, Las Vegas 10. Empty set, O'Connell the ball. Here comes the blitz. He pats the ball. He throws near side. Caught by Tucker at the 5. Gets away from a Bronco, and he's got the Raiders set up 1st and goal at the 3. He spun away from Riley Moss and picked up 12. Trey Tucker's 2nd catch of the day sets the Raiders up 1st and goal.
And the big thing that Tucker did on that last play, Jason, is he got enough depth for the 1st down. Made sure he ran past the sticks, came back for the football, but still had enough to get the 1st down.
There's some late shoving and pushing with John Franklin Myers in the interior of the Raiders offensive line. O'Connell's talking to Brock Bowers. Now they're set. 8 on the play clock. 1st and goal at the 3. He's under center. Abdullah the tailback. Snap. Run play. Abdullah cuts in the hole. He's got the 2. He drives the legs. Touchdown Raiders. Amir Abdullah put the power into the end zone, and he's got a rushing score for Las Vegas with 4:01 to go. 34-16.
We still got some extracurriculars on there.
Yeah.
John Franklin Myers, I think, is going to be called for a personal foul. He made a reaction to Dylan Parham. Looked like he slapped his helmet.
Well, that was the continuation of the last play.
Was it?
Where they were going at it way after the play. So they'll sort this out. The Raiders are going to set up to go for 2, down by 18.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, Denver, number 94. This penalty will be assessed half the distance to the goal, and Las Vegas will go for 2 points from the 1 yard line. This is number 94's first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty in regards to disqualification.
They called that on Jordan Jackson. By the way, for Amir Abdul-Link, who earlier today had his career-long 40-yard run, it's 98. It's not 94. It's John Franklin Myers, not Jordan Jackson. That is Amir Abdullah's first rushing touchdown in 7 years.
Wow.
His last rushing touchdown, he had 4 of them with the Lions in 2017.
What have you been doing?
Well, he's been used more as a third down back special teams guy. He had the receiving touchdown against Seattle 2 years ago, but now he's got a rushing touchdown. And so the Raiders will go for 2. This to make it a 2-score game. Ball set up at the 1. An I formation. Abdullah is lined up behind Madison.
Spider 2.
O'Connell gives it to the up man. Madison through the line, and he gets 2. Alexander Madison, the 2-point conversion from the fullback spot. And we're not done yet. 34-18 with 4:01 to go.
A little bit of a misdirection. You have an I-back formation. You give to the fullback. It's Madison. He's able to slip into the end zone for the conversion.
Hey, Raiders fans, you can be here for live NFL action all season long as the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL. Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets, so you never miss a single play, whether you're cheering on the Raiders at home or away. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Las Vegas Raiders. So the Raiders will have to, in this new NFL dynamic kickoff format, they will have to declare that they're going to kick an onside kick, which they will line up for how it looked like back in the olden days. And by old, I mean last year.
I like that. Olden days. I like that.
You know, when I was 40. We'll see if they can convert here. There has been one successful onside kick this season in the NFL. 34-18 Denver. From a rushing standpoint, it looks like the Raiders had a good day, 115 yards, but the reality is that rushing success ended early in the second quarter.
That's right.
And then they were getting a yard or two at a pop, maybe. So, Carlson will put this ball down for an onside kick at the 35. And again, he's got 5 of his teammates lined up to the right and 5 to the left. Question is, where is he going to line it up? He doesn't have the tee out there like he's holding it and like he's going to pooch punt it onto the ground. Maybe they're going to try a pooch onside kick. They blow the whistle. Now he puts it down. It is laying flat on the ground at the 35. It is not on a tee. Carlson kicks it to the left. It bounces up at the 40. It hits a Bronco, and they recover at the 45. Denver's hands team, Levi Wallace, former Steeler cornerback, comes up with the recovery. And so Denver will take over on the Raiders' 45 with 4 minutes to go. The Raiders do have all 3 timeouts. If they can get a stop, maybe try to get the ball back for one more drive.
Yeah, they need a turnover. They need something to shock value right now. And then, Denver's going to play it slowly. They're going to play it safe and close to the cup. I expect them to put the ball up in the air, and if nothing more than a screen.
Cortland Sutton trouts out to the left. 2 tight ends, Adam Troutman and Nate Atkins, both lined up to the right. Extra offensive lineman, too. That's Frank Crum. Nix under center. The handoff to Javonte Williams. Scoots past the defender, and he's hit by Nate Hobbs, but his momentum carried him down to the 41. So a 4-yard pickup. Antonio Pierce not taking that timeout just yet, as the Broncos will have to snap this next ball with about 3:18 on the clock.
When you're in that position as a defender and you come through the hole, you have a free shot at the running back. You need to break down and control yourself, because these guys are going to have momentum. Just going to come after you real quick and make you miss. We had 2 Raiders miss in the backfield.
Well, Denver today, 291 yards of offense. Not a massive output, but certainly most of that has come here in the second half. Almost 200 yards of offense in the second half. Knicks under center. It's another handoff, this time to McLaughlin, trying to get to the left side, and the Raiders defense closes that hole at the 40, and AP does take that first time out. So with 3:13 to go here in the ball game, the Raiders defense facing a 3rd and 5. Now, the other part to this too, if you're Sean Payton, again, the odds of coming back from down 16 with 3:13 to go, certainly very long, right? We live in Vegas. We know about odds. Well, we don't live in Vegas, but you get the point. Raiders are in Vegas. But if you're Sean Payton, Link, you saw Will Lutz have distance from 59.
Right.
From here, if they don't gain a yard, it would be 56. A field goal would make it a 3-score game, giving the Raiders 0 chance. But if you miss it, right, the Raiders would get the ball near midfield. So something that he's going to be thinking about.
Well, I mean, the correct way to go would be run out as much time as possible, turnover on downs, or punt the ball. Try to call for corner it to make the Raiders go as long as possible. But you don't want to put the ball in harm's way. You only have to go for a field goal if you don't have to.
Nix is in the shotgun. Reynolds slot right. Cortland Sutton out to the right. They do hand it off to McLaughlin, trying the middle. Charles Snowden's pulling on his legs, and they get the stop for no gain. And now Antonio Pierce takes that second timeout with 3:09 on the clock. And so it's decision time if you're Sean Payton. Do you try a 56-yard field goal, end the game, or do you punt the ball and make the Raiders try and go 95 yards?
A 56-yard field goal, even though you had some success, to me will give the ball at a shorter distance to a touchdown for the Raiders.
Yeah.
If he misses.
If he misses it.
You know what I mean?
They're thinking, they're talking. We pause. 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football.
Here comes Bo Nix in the offense.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to try the field goal or punt it. They are going to keep the offense on the field here for a 4th and 5. Now, the other parts of this reality, though, Link, if they get this, the game's going to be over.
True story.
If they don't get it, the Raiders have the ball near the 40 anyway.
Maybe they're going to try to draw the Raiders offsides.
Could be.
I'm surprised they're not trying to punt it.
Could be. An offsides on the Raiders would be a first down. They break the huddle. They race to the line. It's an I formation. Now Troutman comes out of the backfield as the fullback towards the line of scrimmage. Moves Frank Crum, the extra offensive lineman, over to the right. And that is a hard count. Down to 4 on the play clock. Raiders aren't moving. Raiders still aren't moving. And that's a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense, number 10. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
All right, so on a day, Link, where the Raiders have not been disciplined, they've been whistled for 10 penalties. That time they didn't jump, and they were ready for it.
They were ready for it. They were smart, and they held their water.
Yeah. Well, barring a comeback here of epic proportion by the Raiders, Bo Nix is going to be the first Broncos quarterback in franchise history as a rookie to win 3 games in a row. Right, you had Morton, who led this franchise to the Super Bowl. Of course, John Elway.
Peyton.
Yeah.
But he
well, not as a rookie.
Not as a rookie, I know. Just quarterbacks.
There's the snap. Dixon puts it down. It's end over end. A high kick. Alex Bachman, the return man, waves his right arm and makes the fair catch with his toes touching the 10. And so that's where Aiden O'Connell will come out with 3:04 to go in the ball game. The Raiders facing 90 yards in front of them. They're down by 16. And they do have 1 timeout in the 2-minute warning. Well, we'll have to, this will be a conversation for after the game, and they're going to have to decide. And Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew, but Link, the 2 stories coming out of this game, well, 3. The health of Christian Wilkins.
Right.
Did not come out of the locker room with a foot injury out for the game.
Right.
The status of Devontae Adams moving forward with this franchise, and who's the quarterback.
And as I said before, there's this different skill set for both quarterbacks. Luke Getsy has got to be able to complement them with proper play calling. Right now, they're just ineffective.
Empty set for O'Connell. Chased out of the pocket. He doesn't see. He's hit from behind. He throws across the middle, and it's incomplete.
Just
about to get sacked for a safety, and Trey Tucker and DJ Turner were kind of in the area at the 30. That'll be 2nd down and 10.
Just a jailbreak. And again, this is going back to the way I thought the Broncos secondary was going to play them. They're going to play much tighter coverage on the Raiders. You're going to have to beat us over the top, take a shot down the field. You're not going to be able to get anything easy. They're pushing up and they are rushing the quarterback. That time, Jonathan Cooper got some good pressure.
Denver 34, Las Vegas 18. Play clock down to 6. Bowers motion slot to the left. Snap to O'Connell. He rolls out of the pocket. He's trying to get away. And he just dumps it forward. Now, he did get way out of the pocket as he got pressured from
They're
behind by Cooper, but Link, the ball never got back to the line of scrimmage. He tried to shuffle it forward, but he needed to get it to the 10, and he shuffled it to the sideline around the 8.
Yeah, this is a loss of down, too.
Well, did he do it in the end zone is the other question, because if he did, it's a safety.
I think he had feet out of the end zone. He's running down the line.
Well, remember, the ball has to be out of the end zone, too.
Yeah, true story.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 12. The ball was placed at the spot of the pass. Loss of down. Third down.
All right, so they're going to say that he was down at the 2, inside the 2. And he saw the blitz coming off the right edge immediately, Lincoln. He spun and he rolled out to the left. And, you know, at some point there's nothing you can do except to throw it away. But he had a chance to throw it away way before he did. And by the way, I don't know that he was out of the end zone when he flipped it forward.
Well, this Bronco crowd doesn't know either.
And Sean Payton just threw the challenge flag. This is going to be a safety, Link.
The ball was in his right hand.
Challenging the ruling of the field that the quarterback was outside the end zone when he threw the pass.
No, he wasn't.
I don't think he was.
The ball was in his right hand when he released it, and it didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. But what they're arguing is that he still had a foot in the end zone.
I think the ball was still in the end zone too, though. When he. Well, we're going to see here. We're going to get the announcement. Either way, Link, you're Luke Getzey in this offense, right? Aiden O'Connell has led a touchdown drive in relief, but the team was down by 24 as they continue to look at it. And I think you think it's a safety, but big picture here. And this will end the game. It'll make it a 3-score game anyway. But big picture, how would you handle this team going to play Pittsburgh next week?
It's a big ask. It's a tall task. The thing is that you have got to find a way to generate offense with what you have in the cabinet. And that's Brock Bowers. That's Jacoby Myers. That's Trey Tucker, DJ Turner, as well as your backs. And the way defenses are playing you right now, they're making sure they're taking everything short and intermediate away. You've got to find a way to stretch the field. And you haven't been able to do that just yet.
Yeah.
It's back to the drawing board.
Well, as for this, here's Craig Rolstad.
After review, the call stands as called. The ball was placed to the 1-yard line.
Okay, so not conclusive evidence to call that a safety.
I'm just still disappointed in that last play was only a 4-man rush, and the Raiders' offensive line didn't do a good job at giving him any time. He tried to sprint out like a little bit of a naked action, but there were 3 Broncos that were chasing. There's no way that a right-hand quarterback could set up running to his left like that.
Well, now they're going to have to hold him out because the ball is just over the 1 and an empty set. It's 3rd down and 19, down by 16.
Loudest part of the stadium.
Here come the Broncos. Minshew towards the back of the end zone. He steps up into the pocket. He avoids the rush. He throws downfield. And it's caught at the 22. What a grab by Myers over the outstretched arms of Riley Moss on the near sideline. That could not have been thrown any better, and it couldn't have been caught any better.
Yeah, because I thought for sure that Moss had a pick. He jumped up right in front of that football.
Great throw by O'Connell. Fresh set of downs. Near sideline. Has Myers. This time not a good throw. An out route to the 32, and he led him to the sideline, and Myers had to go vertical and couldn't catch the ball.
Well, what can you say? Aiden O'Connell can make some throws. He's definitely showed off his arm and his arm skill. As they show the replay over and over about Myers catching the football, they're trying to see whether or not he had his feet in, but it's already.
Right, they're going to play. It doesn't matter. Shotgun snap to O'Connell. He's dropping. He avoids the rush, rolls out to his right. He's showing a nimble feet. He dumps it short, and it's incomplete for Brock Bowers at the 25. Jaquan McMillan in coverage. He was trailing. Well, I would say this. The knock on O'Connell, Link, has been he's not able to avoid the rush nearly as much as Minshew, but I'd say he's doing a decent job.
Well, he's running for his life. That's a little different than avoiding the rush, right?
I'm just saying.
He's not been really able to, other than the ones Jacoby Myers hasn't been able to complete those runs, those throws on the run.
And again, with Aiden O'Connell, you know, the thought process, the tape is also last year, right? He started the last 9 games when Antonio Pierce took over as interim head coach, and the Raiders went 5-4, and he didn't turn the football over in the final 4 games of the season. 3rd down, O'Connell looking to his right, and now he's in trouble, and he's smushed. He is drilled by Zach Allen back at the 16-yard line. They'll spot him at the 14-yard line. The Raiders don't have to snap it again before the 2-minute warning because they've got 4th down and 17 coming up as the Broncos have their 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the Raiders don't look like they're in any hurry with 2:10 and the clock continues to roll.
Well, again, it was just a 4-man rush. And the protection broke down. You got to do a better job offensive line passing off their games and working on their hands because right now they're just being bumped around.
Well, we've hit the 2-minute warning and we've hit what will be the end of the game for the Raiders if they can't convert. They're facing a 4th and 17 on their own 15, down by 16. That play coming up. We're at the 2-minute warning. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Phoenix Mesa, Arizona. One way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 11/9/2024 for travel between 12/21/2024 and 4/5/2025. Seats and dates and limited restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Come to Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, California's #1 entertainment destination and the place for big wins. Every month, Yamava gives away luxury cars and exclusive prizes. Play at over 7,200 slots, the most in the West, and catch top-tier entertainment acts. Only at Yamava Resort and Casino, your California to Vegas connection. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Raider Nation, there are no fans dedicated to their colors as you are to the silver and black. If you're painting inside, outside, or even your fan cave, use the brand trusted to protect and beautify Allegiant Stadium. Glidden interior and exterior paints are easy to use, affordable, and provide a great-looking finish. Oh, and they're available online and in local stores, starting at under $20. Use Glidden by PPG, the official paint of the Las Vegas Raiders. Just win, baby.
Well, later in the broadcast, we'll announce the player of the game, brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coming out of the 2-minute warning, the Raiders one last play, one last desperation effort to try and keep this game alive. They trail the Broncos 34-18 on a 4th and 17 coming up for Aiden O'Connell. What's the play call, big man?
Oh, man, there's no surprises. There's no plays in your playbook to get you 17 yards, 18 yards. But the first thing you do is you got to hold up in protection. Right now, the Broncos have been able to rush 4 and get to the quarterback.
Feels like a good time for a hook and lateral.
Hook and lateral?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
10 yards over the middle, have your guy streaking behind you, pitch it back, and run the rest of the way.
There it is.
See if it happens.
Playing 2 deep, man free.
4th and 17. Bowers, motion, slot to the right. O'Connell in for the benched Minshew. Gets the snap, back to throw. Over the middle, deep down the middle. It's over the head of Turner and incomplete at the 40. And that is going to end the game. He had him. DJ Turner got behind the defense, and if he puts it a little bit closer towards his body, he might have brought that in.
Yeah, it has to be almost a perfect pass to come down before that safety Jones gets there.
Yep. So, Raiders have just one timeout remaining. The Broncos can take a knee. And Link, with all the things you could say about some of the struggles over the X amount of years, the one constant has been the Raiders have been able to beat the Broncos. That's going to end today. The Denver squad with Bo Nix is going to end the 8-game losing streak to the Raiders.
Well, something to be said to be able to control a team for 4 years, but nothing is given and nothing is forever.
Nix in the victory formation, drops to his right knee, and he will have to do it 2 more times as the clock now inside of 1:45 to go. And again, you don't want to keep harping on it, but this game felt so different with about 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, and the Raiders up 10-3, and a pick 6 going the other way on 100 yards for Patrick Surtain.
That's a lot on the inconsistencies that we've seen throughout the year. There hasn't been anything that's for sure that's been given all over and over again, right? So you never know what you're going to see as far as what team comes out here. We've seen it across the board. This team lacks identity, especially in the offensive side of the football, and they've got to figure it out going forward because you know you got a good special teams. You know you've got a good defense, but your offense leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, no question. Now, last year, Link, remember how deep into the season before the Raiders scored 20 points. And it was the defense against the Patriots where it finally broke that realm in Week 6 where they finally topped 20 points. They've scored 20 against Baltimore, the offense, when they beat the Ravens Week 2, 26-23. But that is the only game this year where they have scored more than 20 points.
Still a lot to be put together because you don't have any consistency with the run game, inconsistencies with the pass game. We've seen several times where there just hasn't been any separation between receivers and